And we should be live right now. Hey guys, welcome to the another One Piece episode of Weeb101. So,
Ayo.
yeah, basically. No, we're kidding. We actually are reading and watching a few things, and we're going to discuss that today. We will eventually move on to One Piece because we are Weebs and all Weebs talk about One Piece. You know, all paths lead to Rome. All Weeb topics lead to One Piece. So let's talk about who's on stream first. Excuse me, how many of you are on stream? Excuse me, anyone there? Anyone on chat right
we have
now?
3 people, but yeah, what's up?
Who are these 3 people? Excuse me, identify yourselves. I'm not talking to some random people who are most probably audience just sitting over there and checking our stream, making sure that it's running. Like, goddamn.
Bro, we gotta come and check who is it.
Bye. Our moderator is here. Hello, moderator.
Our audience is Audi, Sid, and our moderator. I see. Very
Control 9K on Twitch says hello.
Hello.
Control 9K on Twitch.
Okay, great. We have one viewer who is not us. Let's go. So,
Let's go.
Nice.
what have we been reading? I was actually not reading anything, and I was actually working on getting our stream to look better, so that chat won't be as pissed off about things. And we failed miserably because unfortunately our laptops suck, our cameras suck, everything sucks, and we suck. But Sid told me, hey bro, you need to read some manga because you haven't read anything this week. And I decided to take a look at my the manga that I have in my shelf right here. And I realized I haven't read Assassination Classroom, so I started reading that. And there was a time where I started Assassination Classroom, and I was not very happy with it. I read the first 2 chapters, or the first chapter. Yeah, and I was like, big deal, this is And then it turns out I really fucking love it. Okay, it's beautiful. Assassination Classroom might just be one of my favorite manga now. It's amazing. I have a lot of pictures saved, ready to show.
It blew your mind. You messaged me, you were like, yo, this manga, dude. And I was like, yo, what the fuck did Bru read? What blew his mind so much? Like, yo, that's rare, you know.
It's
so
rare,
I was like, yo, what the hell? And then it's like, Assassin. I'm like, what? I remember this shit from like years ago. I remember not liking it that much and like leaving it. But damn, surprised me that you liked that,
Yeah, really. It surprised me as well. I genuinely thought I would not like it. And but then it was also my mistake because I thought it was like a shonen manga where it was going to be about assassinations and they're just going to be fighting all the time and just killing all the time. But I was pleasantly surprised. It was much better than what I expected. I did not expect it to be comedy manga, and that's what it is. It's pretty fucking good for a comedy manga, and it's not full gag. So I was telling Sid, it reminded me of Katekyoshi Hitman Reborn, and if you guys haven't checked that out, you should. It's pretty funny, pretty good manga,
pretty old school good shit.
Old school good shit basically. So that was.
And for those who are just joining, if you're like, oh, why is there a tentacle monster on the screen right now? Don't worry, we'll explain ourselves.
Will we? This was Audie's wet dream, and Sid drew it out.
Yes, that's true.
It's a shame we're not getting any money for it though, but yes, sure.
Okay, that is Korosensei from Assassination Classroom.
Yes, Korosensei.
The basic story of Assassination Classroom goes that the moon was destroyed one day, and it just left a crescent shape instead of the whole moon.
That's so for you.
Yeah, probably. And this monster is supposed to be responsible for it. And he says, I will teach this classroom. And the government is like, okay, so this monster is going to teach you, and you guys are going to be equipped with like guns and swords and shit, and you have to kill this monster by the end of the year because he's going to destroy the earth by the time this is all over.
And they're the worst students ever, right?
Yeah.
It's like the worst students ever are in this class. Like the degenerates of the degenerates, right? Yeah.
So the school aims, the principal is very strict about his academic ideology, and he believes that there has to be a scapegoat class, so that every other student is compared to them, and they're scared. They're like, hey, if you don't study, you're going to end up like class E. You want that shit to happen? You want to go to class E? And people are like, holy shit, I don't want to go to class E. Okay,
yeah, they're
I'm
full
out.
criminals. Yeah.
And so the principal has paid a lot of money to keep this monster a secret because he's a government secret and so on. And the kids have to kill him, except normal bullets can't hurt him. So they have the special anti-sensei material which they make bullets out of and swords out of. So they can't kill humans. They can only kill this monster. Except this monster can move at Mach 20 speeds. And
yes, Mach 20 apparently.
Mach 20.
And
sorry,
he can.
Audi, Mach 20.
Oh, sorry, Mach 20. And
yes.
He can. And he can also regenerate his limbs. So you'll have to actually destroy him completely or destroy his heart, and only then can you kill him. So because he can move at such insane speeds, he keeps moving and avoiding all the bullets that are being shot at him. And he encourages students to be creative while trying to kill him. So one student actually makes like a grenade with these anti-sensei bullets inside, and he goes for a kamikaze attack. And this Korosensei is like, dude, you're not supposed to like kill yourself trying to kill me. You're supposed to kill me, not yourself. So can you like chill? Can you like not?
Nagisa, right?
Yeah,
he
Nagisa.
fulfills his duties as a proper sensei. Like he does
So
sensei stuff.
the thing is, this might very well be the best teacher ever in existence, and I can say that with a good amount of confidence because tell me how many people are in chat right now?
0.
Yeah, basically
At least for YouTube, when you use
3 on each platform.
Okay,
But yeah,
cool.
anyways.
Before too many people join in, there was once this time that this in my school. Now my school is in the middle of nowhere. Okay, opposite my school is this giant field, and my classmates used to pass the time by watching dogs in heat doing their stuff in the middle of the class.
Sounds like fun.
And sometimes, and there was even an incident where they got tired of the dogs and they saw 2 pigeons going at it, and they started laughing like crazy. And my teacher had to explain to the class, the pigeons are playing with each other, and all the
what the hell?
all the guys
Is your
were like,
school
yes.
like a breeding ground for animals in that area or something?
Yeah, it basically
It's in the middle of a forest,
is
so yeah.
because it's the only building in that entire area. So the opposite is just this giant empty piece of land. And then there's the highway at the horizon over there. So it was just like a breeding ground for animals. Once a whole group of cows just came there and chilled. And
Chill,
once
he says.
the cows actually weren't banging. And one of those times, like my dad had an off from work, and I think he had come with my mom to pick me up, my mom and sister, and they brought my dogs along. Okay, and that was the first time my dogs had seen like a cow, and they both are like standing inside the car with their heads outside, like, what the fuck is that? And they're like, I'm like, okay. Like I walk out of class, I walk out of school, I'm like, okay, I have to catch the bus home, and I heard these 2 barking. I'm like, yo, why does that bark sound familiar? And then I see my dog standing, and they're like, yo, who these cow? That was like a common occurrence. And we got some prestigious person visiting the school once for some particular program, and they wanted to put a good impression. Like the person was going to teach the class, and what they did was very similar to what people in this manga did.
He told you to try to kill him?
No, the teachers came to each class. We had 3 sections. They came to each class, and they chose students who were like annoying in class, or they were like bad students, or they weren't academically great. And I was part of that, and they dumped all of us into one class. And they told us, like, you know what, we're just going to teach you some random shit for the entire day, because that dude is going to give a seminar, and we don't want you idiots to be in that class and bring down our school's name. Not that they needed help to bring down their name. They was pretty shit anyway.
Of course.
Yeah, so I was part of Class E basically, and our teacher spent a lot of time talking about how we were idiots, and that's why we were in that class. And my friend next to me was making some random noise and talking to some guy behind me, and I was just like, dude, I don't know anyone over here, nobody likes me, I'm just going to sit and be quiet. And then the teacher comes up and she thought I was talking to the dude, and she made us both stand up and she's shouting at us. And she turns, okay, she walks and she's saying, "This is why you guys are not in the class." And the minute she's like out of earshot, this dude next to me, he had just heard Guns N' Roses, this thing, "Sweet Child of Mine," probably his first English song. Okay, and he didn't understand the song properly,
Yes,
and he
course.
didn't know how to sing it properly. He only knew the "Sweet Child of Mine" line. So the minute she went out of earshot, he just went, "Oh, sweet child of mine," in that voice, and I burst out laughing. And my teacher is like, "Is this funny to you?" I'm like, "Shit, dude, this is not what I wanted. This isn't my fault. God damn it, it's this dude. How did you not hear that?"
You got
Okay, listen,
trapped.
okay,
Yes, good
I
one.
didn't expect that guy to be singing "Sweet Child of Mine" in that horrible voice in the middle of getting a freaking shouting from a teacher for already being in the dumb class.
You should have just gone all in and just laughed it out in front of the teacher itself.
My God.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I can understand the feeling of being in class E, which is what happens here in this manga. But Korosensei is a very nice teacher. He really genuinely cares for the students, unlike my teachers, and he genuinely wants them to grow into being better people and, you know, good.
You've never had good teachers in your
In my school,
experience?
God damn, no.
No, like overall,
in school.
whatever teachers
Actually,
you taught you.
Overall, I've had
You
good
have, right?
teachers.
Yeah, you told me about them.
But Korosensei, much better teacher than all these teachers, I must say, because he can fly at insane speeds and do a lot of other cool things. So,
Well, that's what makes him a better teacher, that he can fly.
okay, listen. The ability to fly gives him a lot of leverage to do things that other teachers cannot. Okay, like one guy is interested in baseball, so Korosensei, he travels to baseball games around the world and observes them and comes back and gives him advice based on what he can do. Can a normal teacher do that?
Not
Which
really.
one?
No, not even then. Like he legit just
Crossing countries
flies.
kind of is a task in and of itself. So,
Yeah, and so the thing is, he's supposed to be like really smart. So his tentacles can, like, you know, if he touches your muscles, he can figure out
Yeah,
how
he
if
can
your
feel
body is
the
working normally.
body, yeah.
So he
Don't touch my muscles with your tentacles.
he holds the baseball player with his tentacles, and he comes back to this guy and he's like holds him with his tentacles, and he's like, "See, you have this talent. You know, you don't have to be like
Yeah.
this guy."
When I came across that one panel, I just had thoughts going, this is not the
When
manga
did
I
Audi
expected.
start
it to be.
reading this? Wait, I'm somewhere. Audi has read Assassination Classroom. What?
Yesterday,
I'm
he
surprised.
started yesterday.
Yeah, this is not a bit, Audi. I actually didn't know you read it. Okay.
I see. Since day before yesterday.
Wow. Okay.
I'm
nice.
sorry, none of this is a bit. Like, our podcast is usually just us being candid. There is no bit.
Yes.
No,
included.
whenever I say Audi, you've seen Cowboy
okay.
Bebop, he's like, yeah, I've seen it. Why he gets pissed, right? So that's why I was like, being careful here.
But yeah, so basically, the Korosensei does a lot of cool stuff, and Sid, you might actually like a lot of the things he does, because what he does is he travels around Japan, okay, to go to like specific places to get the things he likes. So he has a sweet tooth, so he goes around Japan getting different desserts and cakes and stuff, and he eats them, and then
He
he
went
goes
to Hokkaido to get shaved ice.
Yeah,
no, he went to the North Pole to get shaved.
Yeah, he went to the
Yeah,
Hokkaido
right.
for something else. But basically, he goes to Hokkaido. He's like, "Oh, it's too hot over here, so I'm going to go to Hokkaido and chill." Then he goes to Mount Everest
My
and
boy.
chills.
Well,
So-
wow. Hokkaido wasn't cold enough for me to go to Mount Everest.
He had to go to Mount Everest. And the thing is, apparently, he builds like this little enclosure for himself on Mount Everest. Okay, so he doesn't like literally just freeze, and. So the government officials are keeping an eye on him, like making sure he isn't doing anything too suspicious. And what he does is he digs a hole under the mountain, creates a large area over there, creates a room, and he's doing training and reading manga over there.
My God.
Yes.
But yeah,
Yeah, dude, that show, I do remember reading it like around 15, 16, I don't know how many years ago that is, but many years ago, I'm guessing.
yeah, like I
And I did
legit,
actually.
I legit
And I
was
started
like,
with the
yeah,
anime
whatever.
first, actually. And I saw that, I was like, yeah, they're just killing him in different ways. And then I started the manga, and the manga had the same thing. So I stopped. And then I don't remember if the live action came before or after that, but I saw that and I was like, yo, no, this doesn't work live. This doesn't work live.
How do they have a live action? How do you make Korosensei
Bro, you
as
just
a live
take a
character?
dude, you put a yellow ball on his head, and that's
Right.
it. It's not that hard, right?
What about the tentacles,
It's just
They did a lot of CGI. He said.
Yeah, it's a CG.
The author
His
said
whole face was animated, right? The expressions on his face. Yeah.
But it just looked like shit, huh?
No, it didn't look that bad actually. It was just weird, like uncanny valley for me, seeing that.
The author said that he really he appreciated the CGI done. So I don't know.
Dude, anime films do CGI really well. Like even the FMA one, they do really well, but they fuck up everything else, right?
Yeah. Here are some. Oh my God, what did I do? Oops. Okay, everything's fine. Here are some images from the manga that I really enjoyed. There were too many for me to actually put up, but I will try to put up as many as I can. Here is one where he's drawn Korosensei as geisha, and he's just sitting there with. Like this. Like this is what some of his covers look like. It's just hilarious to look at when you're actually reading the manga and you're like, this is a monster that can destroy the earth, and you have to kill him.
Sitting like a geisha.
And he's sitting like a geisha and dressed like one, just chilling. Like look at that face. Okay, it's either nightmare fuel or it's like hilarious.
Yeah,
I don't see.
For me, it's nightmare fuel.
He's pretty good at makeup, I must say. Not bad.
But no, he's actually terrible at disguising himself, because there are a lot of situations where he tries to disguise himself and he absolutely screws it up.
By the way, before you continue with the pictures for this segment of showing pictures, I apologize to our audio listeners because you won't understand anything, so you can come on YouTube and watch it if you want.
Yeah, here's this where he was making art for his graphic novel. And he was like, on that day, mankind received a grim reminder, and he completely parodied Attack on Titan. Like, this guy has balls. Completely. Like, look at that. That's Korosensei as the colossal Titan, which is beautiful to look at.
Looks better than the actual Attack on Titan panel.
I sat there just looking at it.
A fire under a whole fandom. Holy shit.
What, I'll get cancelled for saying that?
Very possible.
I just sat there enjoying the shit out of this image, because it was like, I mean, like, that's not something you expect a mangaka to do, right? They're usually very they're very respectful, and they don't touch each other's whole IP and all that. So this dude just has balls. And here is one that I particularly liked, which is a full Joe reference, where it's supposed to be like the ending of Joe, where Korosensei is sitting like Joe from Ashita no Joe in the this thing. Oh yeah, Joe, a boxing manga, and he's sitting at the end of a ring, and he's beaten, and he's tired. Yeah, okay. But Joe sits in the boxing ring at the end, like he does throughout the entire manga. Oops, sue me.
Better. Yeah. Sued. Whatever. I don't know if he sits. What if he stands? What if he goes home? Don't spoil it for me.
Yeah, we have a bad take on this very thing, and that's But yeah, this is Korosensei sitting like Joe, which
from Joe. That's a pretty good
reference, I must say.
Top quality.
When I saw it, I was like, damn, okay. I instantly recognized it. I was like, yep, this dude has. So the thing is, he's like a very well-read person in pop culture in general. And it's
very well read, apparently.
Yeah, it's really cool, because you can see the amount of manga that's influenced him. Here's another thing. So it's basically like this dude is eating ramen that somebody has made in this manga, okay? And he doesn't like the person, so he's like, I'm going to give you a bad rating, I'm going to tell everybody that your ramen is shit. And then he eats it and he's like, wow, it's so good. But then the next panel says, I wanted to spend 8 pages on his reaction, but that's a different manga specialty. Come on. That is like okay. For those of you who don't know, that's Shokugeki no Soma, or Food Wars, as you might know it, and it's a complete straight dig at that. Like, oops, I want to spend 8 pages on this reaction, but that's another manga specialty. Like, okay, that when I read it, I was like, okay. Again, this is like something I could instantly just
taking shots at them.
Understand.
Yeah, of course.
And here, another example, again, audio view listeners, I'm going to explain it to you as much as I can. So someone's talking about how one person got sent to class E because they did something where they destroyed something in the principal's office, and there is a Kaiji reference right in there, and this, I believe, was the arc that was going on while Kaiji was going on, while this arc in Kaiji was going on as well.
That is crazy to know that there would be a Kaiji reference out of everything. Yeah, that's actually pretty crazy.
It's literally one of the kaiji faces that we showed on the podcast with on live stream.
Oh my god, yeah,
and it is the same dude with the same expression, and it's not even like it has anything to do with the story, you know. It's just the dude looking really scared of something because there's a broken pot.
Yeah.
And it's insane. He just
got the background right as well with that. He got the full wavy background, the full
he just
atmosphere.
changed styles for one panel for just fun, dude. Like what? How does that work? And here is something I don't think I showed this to Sid. I was talking to Sid about a few of these things. If you can see the panel over here, he says, "Hi, Luffy wannabe." So there's this person who's like touching the ground, and they have a mosquito coil, and that's blowing up smoke around the person, and they're pretending to be Luffy in gear 2.
Damn,
and Korosensei is spying on them, and he's like, "Haha, Luffy wannabe."
I see that, damn.
That's
Wow,
like,
that's pretty cool. Yeah, you got
right?
that down.
That's like so cool, because like it's not something that affects the story again, but it's just like these little things that they put
cool,
in, which makes like a huge difference when you're reading it as a manga fan, because you're like, oh my god, that's amazing, that's fucking beautiful. And okay, so
they've done a really good job.
there are a couple of other things, which is let's start with this one. So he gives random quotes, okay, and he calls it a moment of tentacle zen, and he actually put
I see.
he actually put
Or
a
do you want to
Beatles.
be in tentacles zen? If
I
you want
really
to
not.
You know what? After reading this, I would like to be in tentacle zen. Yeah, so
my God.
he chooses Yesterday by the Beatles, and he says,
yeah,
"Yesterday,
he
all
showed
these
me this.
tentacles
This was
seem so
hilarious.
far away, but now I know they're here to stay." And he says, "Paul McCoroni." So all his quotes are actually like quotes from different people, and he adjusts them to add in tentacles, and he changes their name to include Koro, because Korosensei.
Yeah.
And again,
Very
this just
good.
shows how much of pop culture he just knows in general, because this is like stuff
Yeah,
from
that's-
around the world. It's not just limited to one place. And
he knows a lot of stuff. Yeah.
and if you look at this panel here, I'll explain to the audio listeners again. They are enacting different things. So they're like, oh, okay, there's going to be a feudal Japan type of enactment, and then they talk about the history of religion, where one person is Christian, another person is I don't even know from where. And at the top, Koro Sensei is sitting with all his tentacles, eating spaghetti, being the flying spaghetti monster.
Yeah.
I see.
And this is not mentioned that he's the flying spaghetti monster by any means. He's just there. But you know it. When you see it, it's so obvious, because which religion has a random tentacle monster eating spaghetti?
Eating spaghetti. Yeah. Even like the pose and everything, he got that
Yeah,
on
got the
point.
full- yeah.
Hey, my brother is here since Fables. He's saying, "Oh, I remember watching this anime." You've seen Assassination Classroom? What? When did you see
yeah.
that? Wow.
Welcome,
But yeah,
welcome,
that's what-
Sid
welcome.
2.
Yes, welcome Sid too.
And here's another thing where he's gotten like prawn mags, and he's a connoisseur of prawn mags.
Yes.
Except what he got so involved with his searching for the best prawn that he ended up getting more obsessed with finding the best ones than actually looking
best
through them.
ones, yeah.
So here he is sitting in a room just covered in prawn, and he is at zen, he's at peace. He's like, yes,
meditating, yes.
my life mission has been accomplished. I have got them all. It's like he's a Pokemon master. But unknown to him, there is a spy who is looking at him, trying to figure out what he's doing, and trying to figure out where he can be attacked so that he can give it to other assassins. And he realizes that the person did this with a face that looks quite like this. Unfortunately, I can't explain this to the audio listeners, because it is just the most absurd face I've ever seen in my life when it comes to the difference between the normal character design and this character design.
I remember this.
And it is when I first saw it, I burst out laughing. Okay, I was like, what the hell is this? And it's just like a face of absolute shock that somebody found his dirty secret.
When he gets caught.
Yeah, and he goes from being absolutely zen to like absolutely shocked, and then he appears behind the other person. He's like, oh
my
you
God.
saw me, you saw my adult studio. And
since Fables is saying, I've seen the entire thing. Koro is so funny.
Yeah, if Koro is.
So yeah, he agrees.
Is really funny. And here's the thing: it's not only about comedy. So even though the story mainly focuses on comedy, I got one kind of spoiler-free image, which is very, very interesting. It's his birthday, and all his students are wishing him a happy birthday. Okay, so this happens later on in the manga after you're exposed to all the personalities of the students and the teacher himself. And it kind of starts out like, everybody hates this guy, not hates, but everybody's like trying to kill this guy and they don't really care about him. And through his methods, as crude as they may be, as weird as they may seem, as tentacly as it may be, he develops a really good bond with all his students. And this legitimately was emotional for me, because I was like, holy shit, this dude has made it. He has reached a point in his life where all his students care about him. They have gotten him a cake just for him, because they know how much he loves these fancy cakes that he goes all around Japan for, and they sing happy birthday to him, even though it seems cheesy. Like, there's even a panel where one of the guys is like, oh my god, this is so cheesy, I'm not going to do this, or something like that. Yeah, so this guy's like, this is such a cheesy this thing, and somebody else pulls his ear and he forces him to sing. And there's even a panel of Korosensei drooling, wanting to eat the cake really badly, but he looks up and appreciates the fact that all of them are, just there for him, and they're really appreciative of him in general. So very emotional. The ending is also very emotional. I really respect the mangaka. I must say, I really respect the mangaka, because
that is surprising.
He did not destroy the ending. In fact, there were a lot of author notes where he said that he had planned the ending a long time before the end of the manga actually came by, and the anime and the live action were actually going on at the same time. So he told the anime producers and the live action producers the ending of the manga, so that they could plan their own versions of the anime and the live action according to what the manga will be, so the story stays consistent throughout and there are no inconsistencies in between. And apparently he was very hands-on with the script writing and the illustrations for the anime and live action, and he actually apologized to the crew in the manga, saying I was pretty sure I annoyed the hell out of everybody, so I'm sorry, but I really wanted to make sure everything was consistent. That is extreme dedication, and that is like Oda level dedication. Okay, like that sounds like Oda, the guy who's like involved in everything is like, no, do it right, god damn it.
Control freak. He wanted to make sure everything was up to his standards, basically. What he was doing. He didn't let it get destroyed, right?
He didn't let it get destroyed at all, and he actually did a very good job. He did not fold under pressure, because he could have gone a lot of different ways with the ending of this manga, which would have probably kept the fan base happy in some way, but a lot of other people would have been sad, and I'm really glad for one that he did not do that. So I really appreciate this dude. I will be following any other manga he has made. My camera is a little off, so I'm just going to adjust it. But really enjoyed Assassination Classroom.
You took some good pictures of
I scanned them.
Like,
I have a scanner.
Really good quality.
I have a scanner. So this is not for distribution. It's just to show on the podcast, so that it's you guys can get a better image. So I took out my scanner. You guys have any idea who uses a scanner in 2021? I couldn't even buy one. I had to go look around my entire area just to buy one to scan these few pages to put up.
Exactly. Dedication. Amazing.
And one more thing I would like to mention about this manga in particular is that last point probably, but a long point. So I told Sid about this as well. There are quite a few moments throughout the entire manga where it seems like the author is trying to give you life lessons. And normally I would not be appreciative of such things unless it was done in a very good way. And this was done in a very good way, because the type of things he says are things that are very important for the average Asian child, especially, to hear. I'm not being racist or stereotypical or something over here. This is like an actual problem.
Asian, so you're not being racist.
Like even if you don't consider India part of Asia, like as part of Asian people,
it is. We are South Asians. Yeah,
technically. So in India, in Japan, in I don't know about Korea, to be honest,
a
but
lot
I'm
of
assuming
places,
it's also
like
Korea.
as well.
Philippines,
Yeah,
like
Philippines,
all these
yeah.
places. Yeah,
So
yeah.
all these Asian countries, we have this bad. So we don't live in the greatest conditions. Japan and Korea, they do, but otherwise, like our parents and our grandparents lived in really bad conditions, and so these people.
Yeah, they did.
Huh?
No, it's funny when you say that. My grandparents lived in really good conditions. I live in a worse condition than them.
No, what I'm saying, like, usually
Yeah,
that's how it
generally,
happens.
I know.
Average, you know.
Not for royalty like you. I'm sorry. Us plebs, our forefathers were poor.
I am now very poor. Thank you so much.
So the problem is that a lot of parents try to live the life they couldn't live through their children, and this is like specifically mentioned in one arc of this manga, where one character's mother is trying to control every aspect of his life. And she tries to get him out of this class because she's like, I don't want you to be in a loser's class. I want you to do this. Go to this university, get a job in this place, get married, and then live life like this. And he doesn't want to do that. So he brings his mother to talk to the teacher. He's like Korosensei, and the teacher's like, yeah, Korosensei, need this guy to get out of the shit class. I want him to live a good life. And instead of just agreeing and letting go of this guy, he's like, you know what? You are saying that he has to leave the class, but I haven't heard him say once that he wants to leave the class. So what does he want to do? And this dude's like, yeah, I don't want to leave the class. He's like, yeah, if he doesn't want to leave the class, I'm not going to let him leave the class. If he genuinely says that he wants to leave the class without you telling him to leave it, I will let him go right now. I will not say a word. I will let him go. But he has to say it from his heart. If he wants to go, he can go. But if he doesn't want to go, he's staying right here. I'm not going to let him go no matter what. And according to the rules of the school, only the teacher gives permission can he leave. So that creates quite the problem. But he specifically tells the child not to live according to his parents' wishes and that he should be living his own life. It's his life, which is something that I think every freaking Asian kid needs to hear.
Yes, that is.
And
we have seen those situations.
Parent as well.
We've seen those situations a lot, like in our personal lives also. Like still to this day, that's nothing. It's nothing new that we heard about. It's like reality for us, basically.
Yeah. So the thing is, like, my situation is a little different because my parents gave up on me a long time ago. They were like, this dude is hopeless.
Same.
Like, fuck him. He's gone. He's beyond our
but you hear it
control.
From your friends and the people, like they're living that still. Some of them.
Yeah, of course.
That's how I'm saying. That's how it's reality.
The thing is, my mom used to be very, very stereotypically an Indian parent, because she used to come to me and be like, oh my god, all the other kids' mothers are talking about how their children scored well in the exams, and I'm so ashamed to even say that my son failed. What do I say? I'm like, dude, tell them I failed. I fucking failed. I don't give a shit. Why do you? Okay,
that's common.
or just tell them, haha, yeah, my son too, haha, did well, haha. What shame do you have there? You're just gonna fucking lie to them as if they give it, as if they're ever going to find out. And so a lot of situations like that. And then afterwards, my mom was like, you have to go to college.
So when they tell you someone else's marks, like this guy got like 93.
Yeah.
Good for him.
I learned what to do in that situation. Okay, I got slapped for it the first time I did it, I remember. But my mom was like, that kid, how much he got? I was like, Mom, that kid, how he has a PS2 and you haven't gotten me one? She's like, bitch, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I did the same thing.
My brother is saying it got so real.
It got really fast. I did almost the same thing.
My brother also wasn't like, when he faced a lot of that during his school days, so he can
dude, I can't imagine a single Indian kid who's not faced something like this. And I'm pretty sure this applies to all of most of Asia. I mean, it also applies in Western countries. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but it's just more common
there are lots
in
of
Asian countries.
Conservative families in the West too. That's true, but it's more in Asia.
But the thing is, like in Asia, it's like 1 out of 2, and in America or Europe, it's like 1 out of 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
it's like the generation before us and from that generation forward is just kids have been stuck with this mentality that their parents only choose to share, and there's no case where it actually breaks unless the kid really forces himself out of it, like in your case.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, since I didn't have a good relationship with my parents for a very long time, like I wasn't even on talking terms with them for a very long time, and since that happened, and since I wasn't really in a place where I could be taught certain things that I should have been taught, that still are like a problem to this day because I wasn't taught those things. I figured out how to learn things based on the internet, and that's when I found manga. And admittedly, guys, it's not a great place to learn about life. Okay, let's not.
But so it's better there than anywhere else.
We use what we
nowhere
have.
else actually.
Yeah. So so basically, like that's how you learn.
If
when
the
you
sources
don't have...
you are turning to are going to give you the wrong source of wrong information, then you might as well turn to manga, which is kind of helping you out.
Don't show my
You're not
dirty
moving your
room.
camera.
He learned a lot from manga, I see.
Yeah, but the thing is, at the same time, it also helps because, like, imagine the number of people who are going to be reading this manga in particular because they're like, oh my god, everyone's talking about it. I have to check it out.
Yeah.
And these kids are going to be like, yeah, don't let your parents live through your life, and they're like, holy shit, I have been letting my parents live through my life. Oh. Now let's be honest, what's going to happen is if they go directly and tell their parents like, bitch, how about you stop living your life through me, huh? They're going to get fucked. They're going to get their manga rights revoked right over there. Be like, bitch, that 100 yen you used to buy that manga, it's going up your ass. But if they actually, I think as long as the manga makes you start thinking and start questioning things, which it also does a lot. It keeps asking you to question things. It keeps asking you to see what your way is and figure out how you are most comfortable doing something the best way you can, which is all just good life advice, dude. Like it's great for kids. I wish I had a manga like this when I was growing up, where during impressionable teenage years where we're all idiots, we're all dumbasses, and we're like, oh, what does that girl think of me? What do my friends think of me? How do I look cool in front of people? Like if there was a manga that said, dude, just do what you do, do what works for you.
Life lessons would have
that would have been really good advice actually.
Yeah, my life would have been completely different. Completely.
We have to figure it out on our own.
Yeah,
we have still figured it out.
After years and years of like horrible experiences, one day it dawns upon me like, maybe I shouldn't give a shit about what other people think. And then I was like, whoa, I shouldn't give a shit.
Yes.
And Korosensei also like takes a different approach. Sorry, Adi, go on.
It's like it begins with clothes like. Your parents will constantly tell you, you shouldn't wear these clothes. They look extremely shabby every time you go out. What will people think?
Yeah.
Log kya karenge? That mentality.
Don't go on what will people think is.
And then
I used to hear that a lot. Dude.
I used to hear
just wear my 3/4 and t-shirt and just go to the mall? What will exactly happen?
Audi, you still dress decently compared to how I used to come to meet you, like shorts and chappals and whatnot. Like I just used to wear whatever, right?
That's the thing. It's what I'm comfortable wearing. It's all I wear because if it was a comic, it'd be the same fucking costume every single time you'd see me. I just wear a t-shirt and a 3/4, and that's about it.
Proper game character.
Unless like the occasion really, really calls for it, I'm never going to change out of that attire. Because it's the best attire I have.
The thing is, it wasn't just parents because Sid, you know this classmate of mine who I was talking to on the school bus.
Bob.
Yeah, Bob. Who you know Bob? Yes. So Bob and I were talking. So we were just talking in the bus like we always used to. And one day I was like, you know what, dude? I hate school uniforms because they're like so freaking uncomfortable. I wish I just didn't have to wear them. And we had a tie, okay? And it was compulsory to wear like this button. And let me tell you, like I might be fat now, but I was pudgier as a kid, okay? So my neck was also like bulging out. So if I put the top button, I would be like basically choking myself. And Bob was like, oh, so you don't care about how you look, huh? Well, if it's so comfortable, why don't you walk around in your undies, huh? I was like, you know what? That's a fucking good idea. I wish I could do that. It would be much better than wearing this freaking tie all the time. And this dude was like, what's wrong with you?
I've heard that, yeah. Dude, I've heard that, like even I've heard you, why don't you just go naked? I'm like, if society allowed that, trust me, I won't.
I think in school, we had the option
if I wouldn't be kicked into prison, I would go naked.
In school, we had the option on Wednesday on PE day, you had the option to either wear shorts or full this thing. I always opted for shorts because shorts are always more comfortable. But everyone wore long this thing because everyone was like, the teacher told them to wear this thing, and I was like, it's more comfy. That's why I want to wear this. And the teacher's like, why aren't you wearing long pants? I'm like, nahi jamta hai, nahi hota hai.
Oh, you like shorts? Dude, I remember when I was in Pune.
I hate pants, dude.
It looks for me. I didn't like shorts when I was in Pune, right? So up till 5th grade, your uniform you had shorts, okay, and like a small sleeve shirt. And once you join 6th grade, you're in like higher secondary, so you get long pants and blazers and shit. And me as a kid with like shorts above my knees, I used to look at those guys with like trousers, like damn, that's cool. I wonder when I'll get to 6th grade. I don't know where that shit. I'm like fucking wearing shorts.
You think that, right? But then it takes one summer to just change that decision, you know? Like you just sweat so much, at least for me anyways. I sweat so much.
You sweat next level, yeah. Your sweating
I was
is
like, you know
not
what?
normal.
This is not working out for me. I'm going back to shorts. I'm done.
And
basically changing decisions. Just because
we didn't have a choice between shorts and pants. Like up to a certain stage we could wear shorts, and after that we had to wear pants. And
you have to,
and there were like rules, okay, like it would be raining. Like Mumbai rains are pretty freaking bad, okay. And again, as I said, we were in the middle of nowhere, so our football field was basically just this giant empty ground where dogs would take dumps everywhere. And they had like 2 old goalposts that didn't have a net either and was like half broken. And it was actually a place where there were like 2 different complexes of buildings on the opposite side of each other, and people would pass between them because, you know, we didn't have a road there. Ideally there should have been a road there, and it was just a giant fucking field.
But
and we used to play football there.
Too much money to waste, right?
Yeah, and the thing is, like, it wasn't even school property. It was basically the building's property, and they were just like, you know what, just fucking use it, dude. I don't give a shit. And
just use it.
But they did nothing to maintain it, so it was literally just sand all around. And when it would rain, it would become like horrible mud, and they would be like mud puddles around the place. And you know, being school kids,
in the sand.
being not like sand. It was just a ground with a lot of dust.
Just like dirt.
Yeah, dirt. Dirt is a better word. But it would become like horrible mud puddles when it rained.
Yeah, I know what. I know what you're talking about. Even my school was the same. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's obviously football, right? So either the ball is going to hit you or the mud is going to hit you. Everyone's clothes would become dirty, and the teachers would be like, "Why are your clothes dirty?" I'm like, "Bitch, I just played in a fucking field. What do you want me to do? It's raining. What do you want me to? Oh, how do I?" And if you didn't play, people would come up to you and be like, "Yo, why aren't you playing?" I'm like, "Yo, make a freaking choice, dude."
Yeah, they did that. That's true. They used to shame the students who didn't go to play, who didn't go for PT. I remember that.
Yeah,
you always, if you didn't want to play, you had to make an excuse like, "Oh, I'm sick today."
And the thing is, like, my school had deranged people. Okay, one dude would spend the first half of the match picking up rocks, and he would hold it up in his hand like this, and he would run behind people and throw rocks at them during the second half, and then people would just stop playing after that, except his friends who would also laugh at the people who are being hit by rocks.
What the fuck?
It's straight up assault is happening at the football field.
That's next level. We played proper football. But the rains, dude, like, I think me and my brother, we had this thing. Me and my brother had when we were going home in the rainy season, like when we lived in Vashi, I think before, you know, that time, like literally the road to our house was flooded because all the drains were blocked, and we were kids that time, so like we're short. The water came up to here, and we were like, you know, almost swimming, holding the railing, you know, so there's not like an open manhole and we don't go into it and die. Like holding the railing and walking on the footpath, and like you can see cockroaches swimming and garbage and shit. We're just trying to fucking get home. It's fucking crazy.
I like how when we're talking about this, it sounds like we're like from destitute as fuck, and from like this place which has like nothing. We're not that bad. We are pretty poor, I must say, but we're not that bad.
That was a popular area. I lived opposite Palm Beach Galleria. That's not a poor area also, and that got flooded.
Yeah, but the problem is like a middle class area in Mumbai is basically
middle class.
Is basically like a poor area in any other country, which is like better than India.
Poor area with buildings.
Yeah.
Oh, Forrest Dan is here. He's like, I don't know what you guys are talking about, but Assassination Classroom cannot tell.
School experiences.
Yeah, you missed it, Dan. Okay. Yeah. Let me ask you one thing, Dan. Now that you're here,
every time 40 minutes,
every time we schedule a freaking stream, you are there instantly to shit on us, and when we start the actual stream, you're late. What's up with that, Dan? What's up with that?
Yeah, even last stream we talked about everything and then he just.
Random otaku is also here.
We're talking about poor countries and how
Living
parents
conditions.
teach
Yes,
kids.
our poor country.
But another thing in Assassination Classroom was that Korosensei did something that I wanted to do and failed at miserably, which is
As a teacher that you wanted to do?
No, as a student. I told you about this.
Oh yeah, you did. Yeah, okay. I
So
remember.
basically, I was very good at biology and chemistry, and I absolutely sucked at physics. Okay, physics and maths. I legit got like 18 out of 100 in one test. And my mom was like very, very worried about what was going to happen to me, and she enrolled me in private tuitions. Like the next day, she found a teacher in like one day, and she was like, "You're out of here. Go there right now. If you fail in math again, I swear to God, you're so fucked." I was like, okay. So biology and chemistry, real good. Okay. In fact, my reputation for being bad at physics was like known in the school. And when my chemistry teacher taught us something, and I finished it first in the class with no problems. She was like, "This guy cheated, excuse me, come to the front of the class and solve these problems on the board. That way you can't cheat. I'll be looking at you." And I solved them, and she was like, you could feel the cogs turning in her brain, like, how did this fucker cheat this time? I was like, "Ma'am, I know how these work."
Bro, you have Google glasses on you, bro.
Equations are basic, like, but even for physics, I want to ask you, right? So for physics, for me, I could understand the concepts, but the minute like numbers and formulas came, and I was like, out.
Exactly. I was out. I was
I couldn't even understand the concepts. It's just
body's next level
Greek for that shit. Like
the thing is,
I look at physics and my brain goes numb. I just stop right there.
I never studied like at all, like for my school, like whatever I remembered or knew I wrote. And I never failed. I always got just passed, but I never failed. I remember my civics. I used to write absolute bullshit, like just write full bullshit, like whatever came to my head. I never even opened the civics book, and I used to get really good marks.
There was it's a little bit of a sidetrack, but in college there was a political science teacher, okay, and she used to give me a lot of shit. I don't know if you remember her, but she used to give me a lot of shit for a lot of things I used to do, because I used to do really bad. I used to not be able to follow shit, because I do not care about who was there at that time and made what law. I don't give a shit. But then there was this one thing where we had to write in the exam about how politicians behave. I think when what politicians need to do when there is an emergency situation in the country. And right before that exam, a week before that exam, no, not that already. A week before that exam, a news broke out that during one of the meetings held by our government, there was a politician watching porn in the middle of it, and everyone was like, "What the fuck? Why is this happening?"
I remember that news. Yes. I remember seeing that. And I laughed when that came.
And I wrote that in my paper. Okay, like, this is what politicians should do. They should be watching porn when
even our moderator knows who you're talking about. Bob, the teacher.
Yes.
Yeah. So I wrote that in my exam. I was like, these politicians need to be watching porn in their houses so that everyone can be safe. And for the first time, in every test, that even the mock test and all that, she would usually give me shit. For the first time in my 2 years of me having that class, she did not say a single word to me. She just gave me the test back, and she was like, "Yep, next person." I was like, "This is the one time I wanted you to tell me something, god damn it." But yeah, anyway, back to this.
Well, it worked, right?
Yeah. So basically, I started physics.
Dan said, Brew went through a whole training arc just to solve 2 + 7 is equal to 6.
Hey. 9.
Hey, in
Call
Brew's
me a
defense, he's better
genius.
at math than me.
That
You're
is
better
true.
at math than me. So I'll give you that.
That is true.
That's probably me.
There is no
But
there is no comparison with you though. You're just the baseline.
Next level.
But yeah,
But I never failed math. Haha. I don't know how. I should
I
have
don't know.
failed,
I
but
genuinely
I did.
do not know how.
I think my guesses worked, I guess.
No, the thing is, I'm also really bad at tests. I can know something about like everything. Like on LinkedIn, I took tests for like editing software that I really know about, and I failed. And I passed the test for Android app development, which I've done like once in my life, which was literally just adding a sound clip to a button, and that was it. And somehow I passed the Android app development quiz. Anyway.
So we used to mess around with Eclipse and stuff, so it makes sense that you know it, right?
At it.
Hey, but we knew what to do.
So
and how
you want me to
make
put
shit.
up a picture of what we made so that everyone can see?
Hey, we still made something, like they'll never find out about it, you know. But
They can find out about it right now.
Random otaku is like, I'm from Bangladesh, so I don't know much of Indian politics. Well,
Dude, you don't even want to know about Indian politics, dude. It's just a shit show.
I think Bangladesh politics isn't that good either, but yeah.
Yeah,
He's from Bangladesh.
Everywhere you
He'll
guys are
understand
from,
me.
like if you are anywhere near. Okay, wait, Audi just disappeared.
Random otaku. Oh shit! Did Audi die again?
I think Audi died again.
Damn.
I can't hear him.
Right, let's see. I think Random Otaku will understand me. Random Otaku, kemon acho? Shop thik ache.
Ugh, bongs on live stream.
You should get it. Bro is being racist here. Live this thing. We caught him live on camera being racist.
Yeah.
Hey, Audi died again. Yay.
Yes, Audi died again. My Telegram is not on, so I don't know if he messaged, but I'm assuming he did. But yeah,
no,
Sid and I
it's
keep.
Okay anyways, yeah.
Sid keeps making fun of me for being South Indian, and I keep making fun of him for being a bong. Basically.
Yeah, it's just an inside joke among us. Don't worry, we're cool with it. We give each other permission.
Hey, Audi's back, and he died again. Okay, he's back again.
Well, yeah.
And he died again. No, he's back again. Okay,
we
you know what?
joke about it, but Audi's always serious when he's calling us out.
Yeah, he's always racist, basically.
Yeah. Audi, you missed it.
Okay, so Audi, could you just check the link that you sent me before the live stream started, because I think it is dead. Yes, while Audi gets his
Random Otaku
things.
replied saying "Bhalo achi."
Hey, no bongness in the chat, please.
And Forrest Dan is saying every so often Audi dies of not talking about One Piece. I think about not talking in general, not just One Piece.
Yes.
His computer thinks he's like timed out.
I think Audi's brain is like set to sleep automatically after 10 minutes of inactivity, and it just happened.
Exactly.
The 10 minutes just expired. But yeah, while Audi comes back, I had Sid, could you just open Telegram and tell Audi which link I want him to send me again? Okay, he sent it. My camera is mysteriously moving. Okay, I do not know what happened, but my camera is mysteriously moving, and I don't know why. That is very weird. Okay,
it's the ghost of Calvin.
Hey, the ghost of Audi past, I guess.
The ghost of Audi's past. But
Adi,
yeah, anyways,
start
what
camera,
we're
please.
About.
Adi, start camera, please. You have
Random
not, please.
Otaku wants to talk about One Piece, so Adi comes back. Well, I think that's just an excuse, Random Otaku. He just wants us to talk about One Piece.
Yeah.
I don't think that'll get Adi back.
In fact, Audi seems to be quite dead even now. Yes, Audi, the link that you sent needs to be started. You have not started it.
Oops. Technical difficulties.
Indeed.
Some music playing. I play, but you can't hear because it's not connected. Okay,
I'll just go ahead with my story. Okay, for Christ's sake. So basically, I was getting into anime at that time, and I was like, okay, you know what, this is a very cool this thing. I have an idea. What if I take like anime? Okay, you know what? I have fucked this up. What if I take anime, and what if I make my physics classes? What if I just change it to it being like an anime song opening? And I tried. I believe me, I did try. Except I suck at music, and I couldn't do it for the life of me. I tried, and I couldn't do it. I just sucked at it so bad, and it didn't work. And then I'm reading Assassination Classroom, and there's this one dude who's not very good with books and studies, but he's really smart. And Korosensei takes his favorite anime and makes a opening out of his study material. I was like, hey, goddamn, this dude was actually smart enough to pull it off, and I wasn't. But yeah, it was a really fun thing. All that talking, that was literally the only point I wanted to make. Basically, very cool ideas in general. Very cool. Very helpful for kids who are going through puberty, especially. A lot of it's still fun. There's still emotion.
Yeah,
and,
the way we are talking about it, right? It gives like great teacher Onizuka vibes, but it's like different, right?
Yeah.
And Forrest Dan said, I regret missing the Assassination Classroom discussion. Now I have to sit through 3 hours of agreeing that One Piece is good. We have more in store, Forrest Dan, don't worry.
Yeah, we're talking about Kaido and Luffy and Law and One Piece in general, and One Piece theories and One Piece past and One Piece prediction. Okay, never mind. So Yeah, basically, lot of
Random otaku.
Yeah.
I'm learning harmonium now. I can sing Sare Gama pretty well. That's good for good.
That's good. That's
Yes,
keep
that's
learning
really nice.
music.
Learning piano.
The harmonium is pretty difficult. Actually, I used to play it as a kid. Harmonium.
Okay, you know what? I used to play keyboard as a kid, and I learned Old MacDonald Had a Farm, and I don't remember the second song I was taught.
Song.
So the teacher used to come to my house, okay, because I tried going to this other teacher's place who was taking it in this like proper studio, but his class was full, so we got this teacher to come home and teach me, and he taught me Old MacDonald Had a Farm, and he started the second song, and for 1 month I didn't learn the song, okay, because I was like too dumb. And then he just stopped coming. He like ghosted me. He was like, yeah, I'm never going back to that fucker's house again. He can't do shit.
I mean, you had a private teacher, or this was school?
No, this is like a private teacher. Because we couldn't go to this thing. And this dude just ghosted me. He's like, I'm never coming back. And then my mom keeps calling him, and one day he's just like, sorry, I can't teach your son. Bye. And
that's nice.
Just like, hey, how fucking bad was I that I couldn't learn 2 songs? And then I went for guitar classes, and I did my first lesson, and I was stuck in there for 3 months. And my guitar teacher kicked me out.
That's when you used to go with that guy, right? Knob.
No, I used to go with...
Fuck, I just realized I called him Knob because I tried to add his first letter of his name to Bob.
No, so I used to go with another knob, and then I went to a different class, and then I went with this knob. And
I remember you and Knob used to go after class together to drum classes, right?
Yeah, drum classes he didn't come. I went for drum classes. He ditched me in the end. And then my drum teacher was like really, really excited for what I could do because I had the drum pad and I used to keep playing on it. And he was like, damn, you know what? I think you're actually going to do well. How about today you sit on the drum? So like we had to take turns because there's only one drum set and it would make too much noise. So he was like, why don't you sit on this? And then I couldn't play the bass drum. And I wasn't able to do my hand-leg coordination. So he was like, yeah, get the fuck back. I'm out. I'm never talking to you again. And then I stopped drums classes on my own after that because I had some self-esteem. I was like, you know what? Before they kick me out, I'm just going to leave.
Dude, my drum classes were pretty cool. And also my teacher asked me, the first thing to ask you is what kind of music do you want to play? Because what do you want to listen to?
Oh my God.
At that time I was in my like alternative angsty rock phase, you know. So I was like, yo, I listen to SOAD and Breaking Benjamin. He's like, oh, those are cool. I can teach you like toxicity and all that.
That's not the band you told him about. There was another one.
Which one?
Which one? Why don't you tell me?
I don't know. What are you talking about? I wanted to learn toxicity, which I did play over there.
I see.
So I don't know which other band you're talking about.
Which band is it?
Wait.
But and he introduced me to a lot of metal bands like Trivium and like Children of...
You wanted to learn some Lamb of God song.
Oh, Lamb of God. Yeah, that was later, not in the beginning of class.
Yeah, because I thought that was
came across Lamb of God during his class, you know. Because that's during his class, he introduced me to metal basically. So that's when I learned about a lot of metal bands. And then I was like, yo, Lamb of God, laid to rest. That shit songs. I went into a full metal phase, for a while.
I've never been in a metal phase for some reason. The only metal songs I've ever heard are Metallica, which is like borderline not metal, and Iron Maiden.
It's not metal, yeah.
It's not metal as well, yeah.
Iron Maiden can qualify. Mm-hmm.
But Iron Maiden is also not like proper metal. It's more like rock metal, I would say.
Rock, yeah. Some bits.
Proper metal. I just been like there used to be this guy I knew in my school who thought he was like this guitar genius, and he was like the absolute purist of guitar, you know. He used to insult Linkin Park like crazy because he was like, these guys play the same 3 chords, Green Day, ha ha ha, same 3 chords, no actual skill, blah blah blah. And he used to be like, and the teacher that he used to learn under, who was my first teacher, used to say, no hip hop or rap in my class. We don't listen to that crap. I was like, yo, what the fuck?
I don't understand that.
I was like, do you realize that Michael Jackson had Eddie Van Halen playing for him in multiple songs? Like, do you know that shit? And
dude,
but it was like banned to talk about hip hop and rap.
I never understand why people disregard like some genres as music, some genres of music as unnecessary, like just because like you don't like them, like doesn't mean that music is unnecessary. Like it's still good music. A lot of there are people who enjoy them, like maybe they don't enjoy them as much as you but you can't just be like, it's not needed. Like,
no, I can understand them having a very strong opinion about it, but then the problem was that they didn't.
You can't disregard it.
No, I'm even okay with them disregarding it. Like, okay, dude, you want to disregard that? It's okay for you, but then what's the point of saying hip hop is trash when you have people who play really good guitar, who you respect, who go and play hip hop music at the same time? At least have that self-awareness to an extent.
And hip hop is a lot more than a genre. It's like a cultural movement,
Basically.
It's a lot more than a genre. Yeah.
Yeah, but this guy
would basically pour themselves into the mentality, and they're like, yes, the thing I like is the best out there. So I think.
Yeah, I never do that, dude. Like, what the hell? Of course not. And this dude used to make me listen to all kinds of metal songs, and I would just come back with a headache. And recently, I think 3 to 4 weeks ago, he messages me. He's like, yo, dude, remember me? I was like, yeah, what's up? He's like, you know what? I just wanted to tell you something. I'm like, yeah, what's up? He's like, yeah, I've been going through some tough times in life, and I started listening to Linkin Park, and damn, the songs are really good. I can really relate to them. I was like, you son of a bitch, fuck you, fuck you.
Now.
And he's like, damn, I should have listened to you at that time. I should have listened to Linkin Park. I'm like, dude, fuck you, what the fuck? He's like, yeah, they make some really. I can feel it, they make some really relatable stuff. I was like, you know what, fuck you. I hope you fucking never listen to Linkin Park again just for that shit.
Yeah. It was an important.
Never really does
Linkin
that.
Park was a very important part of our childhood, especially when we were in school in India. Like not only for us, like it's common among most people.
Also, you could Linkin never Park enjoy anime AMVs without knowing Linkin Park.
Yeah, bro. Yes. Cyber Cafe. I used to go. Give money to the guy for 1 hour, 5 to 6 p.m. and just be like, youtube.com in 2005, the old school era, which like DBZ in the end AMV. I used to just watch that shit. That's all I do. There are two AMVs. I used to spam the DBZ in the end AMV. That's all I watched in the shitty CRT. And I used to watch the Brawly Gohan, the Bullet for My Valentine, the Tears Don't Fall AMV. I used to watch that shit again and again as a kid.
I don't think it's there anymore because
I don't even know. I haven't looked for
not the same ones. It's been replaced with Dragon Ball Super AMVs. I'm pretty sure. But I did find a couple of new songs through the AMVs though.
Yeah, same.
And then I used to
later on in life. I did see a lot of good AMVs up to like 2014, 15, 16 also. Actually, a friend of the show, Amir, he introduced me to a lot of modern AMVs that were pretty good. And I was like, damn, they've gotten much better. Like they put dialogues in and, keep changing the music. They're actually like crafting a whole episode with other clips, so they've made very interesting.
Okay. This is the final point, and we can move on to what Audie's been watching. Assassination Classroom. The reason I loved it the most, and I told Sid, and he was like, really, that's why you like it? The ending is actually gave respect to the story. He was like, I will not fuck up my story, and he stuck to it beautifully. Okay, he genuinely wanted. He even has a note in saying that in my last manga, I wanted to wrap up the manga properly, but this time I want to make sure the story ends in a satisfactory way. And when the story ended, I was like, you know what?
You were satisfied. Yeah.
This feeling, I have not felt it in a very long time. I am happy. I am genuinely happy. I'm sad because certain things happened that that made me feel things that I didn't want to feel. But I was like, I respect this. I genuinely respect the fact that this dude wrote a satisfactory ending, knowing that people might not like it because it was genuinely the way the story should have ended. It was beautiful.
He didn't fuck it up like most manga endings. He did it right.
Yes.
And he didn't also continue it. He's like, I want to end it here. So he ended it. So
weirdly, after it ends, there are 9 chapters that you can read extra. But all those 9 chapters are like little short stories that happened before in the in the main story when they're like, so it makes sense. Like, there's a winter break and, this dude is missing for a while. He's doing something else. And there's like a short story talking about what he was doing at that time. So like very interestingly done. and I just genuinely enjoyed it through and through, from start to finish. Assassination Classroom, 100% recommend. I will.
Weeb101 recommends.
Yes.
But Forrest Dan is saying only thing they screwed up was Nagisa's height.
Yeah, that is probably
Everything
true.
else was so satisfying, and I felt so happy and sad seeing everyone afterwards.
Yeah, that is true. Nagisa's height. So what he's referring to is that one character is basically me. Okay, he like he's
the guy
he's
who's
he's considered normal height growing up, but then he stops growing and everyone else grows up, and he's looking up at everyone like, hey fucker, how did you grow up to be 6 feet? Huh?
Yes, Bro is pretty short for those who don't know. He is like 4'5".
You know what? If this channel ever grows and we do like an in-person live show, I'm going to wear like freaking stilts and come.
Dude, no, everyone believes you're 4'5".
Oh my god, I'm not 4'5".
Like the chair he's sitting on currently, his legs aren't touching the floor.
Oh
just
my
letting
God.
you know. They're like hanging up.
I'm like 5'8" and Sid is like 5'10". Okay, I'm like this
shelf had to be brought down to the floor,
Sid is this much taller than me. Also, this fucker is bald as shit. Okay, my hair makes us both the same height.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
You have a bald spot. Your hair is
Only
the
here,
same height.
but
That's the
here it's
optimal
like,
height.
Yeah.
I say Audie's internet has made him a horror story character. Holy shit. What the hell happened over
back.
there? But yeah, anyway, Audie, yeah. What have you...
Hey, Audie's just
been-
on psychedelics. That's why it looks like that. But anyways, yeah.
Am I back?
Yes, you are back. What are you reading, Audie? I heard you've been reading
Why is it
something
looking
very interesting.
very
Shut up and
red?
answer my question! What have you been
Hey,
reading,
the
Audie?
mods, there are
No,
some
wait,
people
hold
spamming on Twitch mod. Please remove them. Anyways, continue. What happened? Speak.
Yeah, my video is straight up screwed. I am watching the stream.
Your video's
Bro,
fine.
they're
Just
like-
go on.
Just go on. What were you saying?
What have you been up to, Audie? What have you been reading? I wonder.
Yeah, let the producer
I
do the producing.
I actually read Assassination Classroom, and you said it was pretty slow in the beginning. I only read it till like
I
6 or
said it
7
was
chapters.
pretty
He's
slow.
already been reading One Piece.
Well, yeah, that too. But then, I think we covered enough of that in the last episode. So,
Yeah, but what?
but yeah, you said it sort of picks up the pace from a few chapters ahead. You said it was in the beginning, and I also felt it was I don't really remember any names right now, surprisingly. But then again, there were like 20 odd characters that show up in like the first 4 chapters itself. But I've been keeping up pretty well. It is funny. There are moments. I'm kind of puzzled at the fact that the monster just goes around at Mark 20 and just runs around and chills around the college campus, and how no one is able to at least even get a glance at this mysterious tentacle teacher that is just
He's
chilling.
really fast, okay?
Yeah, but he's chilling and he's like reading magazines in the middle of a garden. How does nobody spot him at that point?
Because he's really fast.
His class, he's supposed to be like secluded from the rest. Is it like a whole area that is secluded from the rest?
It's basically...
It's on top of like this
it's
huge
on
mountain or something,
yeah.
right? Yeah.
And the rest of the school is away.
Yeah, it's funny so far. Nothing compelling yet, but I imagine that pace should pick up if I read a bit more.
Yeah. Also, another thing is like this Korosensei is supposed to be so fast that he can create visual clones of himself. Okay, and he creates visual clones, teaching a different subject to each member of the class. And there's one dude who's like really dumb, and he wears so Korosensei wears headbands saying like history, whatever, geography, civics, and all that. And when he appears in front of this dude, he has a Naruto headband on him. So it's like the Konoha leaf with the symbol on his headband. And this dude's like, why do I get Naruto? What the hell is up with this?
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, dude. done a pretty good job. I think even I'll revisit it since it's been years since I've read it, and I don't remember much except them trying to kill. I remember the scene of the girl trying to poison him, like, the shy girl.
Yeah.
I forgot her name, but yeah. And
there
he turns
was just,
different
random
colors with
panels.
each poison. Yeah.
There's random panels of him teaching students, and in the middle of the panel there'll be like a hand with a knife raised up, and he's just blocking, like, yes. This is what you're supposed to be writing over here. Oh, okay, this is what you're supposed to be writing. Just casually fending off attacks like it's nothing.
Yeah, and at the
it's fun so far.
And the only people who manage to corner Korosensei in any way are actually, like, it's very similar to Gojo from Jujutsu Kaisen. Shit, I forgot the name of the freaking this thing. Yeah, but so like they put others in danger, and they're like, hoo, now I'm going to attack and kill them, bitch. What you gonna do? And Korosensei's like, fuck. If you had just hit me, I could have evaded this shit, but you're hitting them. Now I need to go save them. God damn it. And that's the only way he gets injured, He's not. I'm sorry. Just one sec. YouTube says it's not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. As such, viewers will experience buffering. Guys, please let me know if the stream
let
is
us know
buffering.
If you experience buffering, yeah.
Because I just got an error message out today. Unfortunately, my laptop is showing its age, so I'm not sure if I can't keep a track of the stream and this at the same time. But yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, help us out if you see any issues, please. We would appreciate that. But anyways, yeah. Audi, what else did you read or watch, or how was your week? Audi? How was your week? How was your week?
Watch some B-Stars. Watch some. Well, let's get to B-Stars. They finished off the second season.
This is not what I wanted. This is not what I wanted to talk about. I
didn't finish it this week, but then I haven't talked about it so much.
You B-Stars, you.
Bro, let him talk about it. What the fuck?
Fine, talk about it.
He lets you talk about Assassination Classroom for 2 hours. Let him talk about
B-Stars. But that's because he likes Assassination Classroom as well. What the fuck do you learn from B-Stars?
Yeah, I like B-Stars.
But name one thing that you learned from B-Stars.
You weren't talking while I was watching it. Anyways, continue, Adi.
It was much better than season 1. I'll say that much. But animation was still top notch as usual, so I enjoyed that. But one thing I felt was that they had a lot of loopholes going on around through the whole story, with Rui, the reindeer, becoming the leader.
That was the best, dude. Yeah, I stopped reading after that point.
Sorry, if you don't know much. But when I reached that point, I was like, somehow the reindeer is the leader of the lions. Even though the lions have a general instinct of eating the reindeer, they're like, maybe we should make more money off of him.
We will respect you. Yeah,
but we
exactly.
respect you for some reason. And they respect him like give him genuine respect of a leader, And I'm just sitting here wondering, they eat herbivore meat all day, but they somehow are partial in this case. I don't see the logic, but
don't be a meater like Audi.
Yes, either eat meat or don't.
Sorry, Random Otaku is saying irrelevant question. Are you guys using a fan or air conditioner? Yes, we are, to keep our laptops alive.
We are using the air conditioner because if the fan is on, it creates too much of a disturbance in the mic. Unfortunately, I have not been able to cut out the fan sound entirely while we speak. So
yes. And Forrest Dan says Furry 101. Yes, you're right. We are not Furry 101.
Exactly, Forrest Dan. You get it. Goddamn furries sitting on stream with me. God damn it.
Yes,
it is basically furry shit at the end of the day. But it's an enjoyable story. I will give them that much. It's far better than the other degenerative shit that is out there. So it's cool.
Yeah,
plus it's backed by Netflix, so it has a decent story in there. But Rui becoming the leader was a bit odd. They even showed the snake character, Six Eyes Snake.
The security guard, right?
The security guard. Yeah. I figured she would have a better role in the whole thing. She doesn't. She just plays. She just shows up in the beginning. She does this weird attack around Legoshi.
Yeah.
And she's like, yo, are you the suspect? Are you really the suspect? Like this weird sort of personal interrogation going on in the laundromat, and she's like, are you sure you're not the suspect? And then Legoshi starts stroking her skin, and I'm like,
What
she's
the fuck?
taking
I
a
don't
turn for
remember
the
that.
unexpected.
Yeah, I don't think
when
I
I
read
saw
that
it,
in the
I was just
manga.
like, what am I watching right now? This is very weird.
Yeah, that is weird.
And then he goes on to say snakes also have problems like us predators. And like, okay, and then the snake goes away. Like she felt like a personal note hitting her nerve or something. And she's like, okay, well, what just happened? It's like some weird drama move, but in a furry world. This makes zero sense.
The weirdest thing to me, and I told Brew about this the minute I read it, because after the first season ended, I read it, and it was like Rui starts eating meat, like a deer starts eating meat, and he's actually dying from it. I was like, what the fuck? What the fuck is going on?
I would have been surprised if he actually just swallowed it and just never showed him puking it out. I would have been like, how the fuck does he digest meat? But they actually do show him puking it out, so it's cool.
Yeah, they do. And
one of the sacrifices to be the leader of a mafia, I suppose. It's not the worst thing, I guess.
And you also read something else, right? Or you started something else that you were saying yesterday?
Hey, come on! I literally
finally
just changed the image to furry porn over here so that people could enjoy Audie talking about Beastars while seeing that shit. So now you want to change the topic?
Yes.
Yeah.
That is literally a photo from Beastars. My Hero Academia.
Yeah, so
that's what we are watching.
Is it giving you a boner? No. Or is it? I'm not sure. But yeah, anyways, continue.
Bread. But yes. I began My Hero Academia.
Yes, you finally started Boku after us talking about it for years.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's fun. Did you finish the first season?
Finished the first season. I'm already halfway through second season.
God damn.
It's just sad.
Audie is on a roll.
Audie is on a roll.
Audie is loving it, huh? He's enjoying Boku.
Okay, I wanted to find a Boku image, and unfortunately, the first this thing is from CBR, and I would like to ask, excuse me, CBR, what the fuck image have you put here? What is this cursed image you have put over here of Deku and whoever this is, who basically naked over here? Why would you do this, CBR?
Don't put that up.
I think Brew wants to get us cancelled live. I'm not sure, but I think that's his intention.
This is literally CBR. It's not me. God damn it.
Yeah, but CBR is not putting it on YouTube.
It is on YouTube. This is literally their YouTube thumbnail.
I remember seeing this thumbnail. Yeah, this showed up on our Weeb101 channel.
Did it? Audie, were you watching this shit? I've never seen it.
No, I saw this in one of our recommendations. It came alongside our usual anime recommendations, if you will.
Yes, for any new viewers, this is not Boku Rule 34. This is a joke we are making. Haha, funny.
Is this from One Piece? As far as I know, this is not from One Piece. Don't worry.
If you want Boku Rule 34, you can message Audie. He'll send you a link.
No,
here is a more decent image for.
Anyways, Audie, give more thoughts about a show you saw of just it's good, bro. We have a podcast. You can't just be like, it's good, I'm done, I saw this, it's good, bye.
Well, you guys were busy discussing about the image, so yes. But I'm actually surprised that they show this Superman characteristic through All Might in a more possible manner, if you will, in a less godly manner, if you will. Like, he is basically Superman at this point. He has the extreme strength, and he is the number one hero across the whole Boku no Hero Academia universe. But then he has his own limits as well. He has a human factor to the whole thing. So it's actually refreshing to see a Superman character in a new light.
Unlike the original Superman, who also had a glaring weakness.
Yeah,
but he can still be hurt. This thing, I imagine All Might can be hurt by different form than just, kryptonite.
All Might, you'll watch a lot happens to All Might later on, Audie. Don't worry. And
like right now, they just show him. They say that he's affected by the toxic chainsaw, who supposedly removed his organs and whatnot, and now he can't. He can only do 3 hours or 2 hours in.
Toxic chainsaw. Did we watch like the same? Did I watch like some fake Anime series? I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. What?
Wait.
There was a dude that fought with All Might, and All Might was like, yeah, this guy injured me so bad that I can't transform into.
I don't know. I don't want to give a spoiler, so I don't want to say
but what the fuck is Toxic Chainsaw?
Was it that? Did he say Toxic Chainsaw?
That's what I heard.
He said Toxic Chainsaw.
Did you say Toxic Chainsaw? Oh yeah, Toxic Chainsaw. This I
genuinely do not remember who that is.
Yeah, he's only mentioned in the beginning.
Dude, it's a Nomu with chainsaws. That's what's coming up in search. It's a Nomu with chainsaws. Yeah, I don't remember a Nomu with chainsaws, but we saw the first season years ago, so I don't know if I remember that. I remember All Might's biggest this, but it was a battle with someone else, right? It wasn't.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. I'm pretty sure everybody knows who you're talking about. What the fuck is this chainsaw? Audi, are you sure you didn't watch like the fourth season or something?
Doesn't know? Question mark.
No,
the fourth season doesn't have Toxic Chainsaw. I would know.
I genuinely do not remember this chainsaw shit.
I got the same character as well.
I remember the Nobu in the first.
Yeah,
I remember crashes in the big one, right?
I remember the brain exposed Nobu, but I don't remember this chainsaw Nobu.
Yeah, the brain exposed Nobu. Yeah.
That's the one they show fighting All Might, but then
I see.
This I didn't know it was a chainsaw Nomu.
And Motaku is saying he's not a Nomu.
Dude, I don't even give a shit. Fuck Boku, dude. I'm done with this shit.
I'm not going to random villain.
You know what? I will catch up to Boku for you guys and make a few packing episodes. Or Audi will. Why do I have to bother anymore? Audi actually likes it, dude. He's going to be happy doing it. You know what? This is good. This is why we need people who like trash, so that we can ask them to write episodes on it.
It's
or
fun
you can
to go
write
through
Boku if you want. Yeah, that's okay.
Although I must say I am terribly offended that Audi said Boku no Hero Academia is good, and then he said Ichigo 100% was boring. So I don't know what to say about that. So I'm just gonna let that
just
slide.
Get over it, my God! You bring it up every single time.
Yeah, because you said
he's always gonna keep bringing it up.
You said Boku no Hero Academia is good.
There are shows he likes that are also trash. Don't worry.
Like what? Yeah.
Sword Art Online.
Sword Art Online is good. Fuck off. Already watch Sword Art Online. You know what? You shall be the deciding factor.
Oh my goodness.
Since my time, remind you really liked the first season as well. You just didn't like the second season onwards.
Yeah, it became trash after that.
But I like the first season the most, is my point.
Dude, I played the Sword Art Online game. There was an actual game that you could go and
fanboy.
And that's why I'm saying it's trash. But yeah, anyways. Boku is also.
Yes, Boku no Hero.
Chat, any opinions about Audi liking Boku? Chat, anyone please? I would like to hear.
Audi can like Boku and not like Ichigo. It's okay. He has his own taste.
It's okay to be wrong. I agree. It is okay to be wrong.
Yeah.
It is okay to have trash taste.
Bro, at least he's reading and watching something. You know, it was nothing before. At least it's something now.
You know what? If this is the direction it's going to go, I think I would prefer nothing.
Audi was the best Weeb101 member, but this is a crime that cannot be overlooked.
Yeah,
What did he say? I'm sorry, I couldn't hear that.
Take it how you will. I still find it boring.
He said, I thought Audi was the best Weeb101 member, but this is a crime that cannot be overlooked.
Exactly. You see, this is anime cruelty.
Oh, these
this is
fucking
literal anime cardinal
taste,
sin.
like, oh, I like refined stuff. How dare you not like what I like?
Bro, it's not refined stuff, you know. It's like just that Boku is basically sewer water and Audi is drinking it all up right now.
Well, and he likes the taste, apparently.
And Ichigo 100% is strawberry flavored water, and Audi is like, ew, I don't want this, I want my sewer, I want my shit tasting water.
Well, it works for me, what can I say?
Yep, that's Audi for you.
Yep. It's okay, Audi. Scat fetishes, just stay away from me, but you can enjoy it in your own way.
Bro, I'll share it with you, don't worry.
Nope. I will never watch Boku.
I will send you links. I will go beyond my own limits just to send you links.
Audi, I swear to God, I will send you Boku Rule 34 images which will make you want to tear your eyes out.
Yes, I will ban you.
Yeah. So I don't care if you ban me, you won't be able to send me links, then you dumb bitch. Anyway.
Can you guys fucking stop?
Audi is going to watch Boku fully, and he's going to write all our Boku episodes, and I am going to
not really.
What do you mean not really?
I'm going to watch it.
Why would I watch it?
Can we do the Weeb101 meeting off of this live stream? Can we continue talking about anime?
We are talking about anime. We're talking about which anime Audi is going to cover.
Yes, you made that point like 3 times before.
And nobody seems to agree on it. By the way,
this
is literally how it goes. Okay, we talk about something and then nobody says anything in response. And then after a while, when we're talking about something else, Sid is like, "Arey, respond now. Why aren't you responding to this one thing I asked 25 minutes ago and which we have since stopped talking about?" And then we get into fights anyway.
We start talking about random shit all the time. Like
back to anime news. I guess Audi is done because that's pretty much, unless he's really prompted, he doesn't say anything more than 2 lines about everything.
Dude, it's good. We're giving Audi some airtime. He actually spoke a lot this episode, so I encourage that.
Relatively big.
What?
He literally spoke 2 lines again.
Maybe not go so far.
Good.
He went ultrasonic. Hey, he also said chainsaw all might, okay?
Fine. 3 lines with 4 words. He said a few
more words, yeah.
Man, a few words.
Okay, now fine.
I like.
Okay, but this thing, bro, I have an article I want to read before we proceed. Right, I came across this.
What do you mean you want to read the entire article on live stream?
No, the title. I want to tell you something I found out today by looking for anime news. Okay, So manga sales are booming in France after the government has launched a smartphone app in May that gives 300 euros to every 18-year-old to spend on the arts. How crazy is that? Yeah. 300 euros, and after that they chose to buy manga. So manga sales are booming. Good decision. I wish I had 300 euros to spend on manga. Dude, why isn't our government doing this?
Our government can't afford to feed the poorest people, so I really don't think they're going to give us any money to buy manga. Also, our country doesn't really get manga except for like the most famous ones, which are probably illegally got into the country. So
we have a lot on Amazon,
which are probably illegal.
No, they're legit. They're actually legit, yeah. No, and the thing is, before we didn't get manga, before we never used to get manga, it was very rare, bro. Remember, we used to go around Mumbai looking for manga, in every store.
To give you some perspective, what Mac got was also legit, but it still wasn't legal.
Yeah.
Wait, you said there was that cafe, right? The book cafe that had.
Yeah, but they bought that stuff and they kept it there.
Yeah, but they bought it from Japan. They didn't buy it in India. Like nobody was selling it in India. So I don't really know if it's being sold through official channels or if it's being sold like the Nintendo Switch is being sold in India. You know.
Yeah, the Nintendo Switch is not being sold in India.
Switch and the PS5.
PS5 is being sold officially. Audi, what's wrong with you? It's just not in stock. Sony officially launched the PS5 in India. It's just that there is no stock and everybody's trying to loot each other off the.
Yes, at this rate, they could launch the devices everywhere. They just can be like, yeah, we don't have stock for it, so fuck it.
Yeah.
Let's create hype for it.
No, the thing is, Nintendo is like fuck India.
Pretty much.
Yeah. But yeah,
that's like most companies.
Finally,
been that way.
The last topic that we had prepared before we run out of topics and eventually jump into One Piece and make Forrest Dan want to die.
I have a few things to talk about, by the way, that I saw. I think I told you also. We can transition to the one we saw, but I think I told you, bro. I finally saw Mugen Train. Yeah. Which finally came out in India and we could see it.
Yes.
legally. And
even though our theaters are all closed and none of our streaming services support anime.
Yes, I went to my personal movie theater that I have. Yes.
He's poor, but he has it.
Yes. As you know.
Yes. And of course, like the Demon Slayer movie was hype as shit. Like we've already read the manga, except Audi, so we know what happens. You know. So we know what happens in
Wait,
that scene,
did
like
Audi
what the
also
movie
read it?
scene was about. No, he's never read Demon Slayer.
Okay, you know
Knows
what? I'm
nothing
really
about it.
confused about what Audi has read and what he's not now. Okay, I'm really fucking confused.
It's good to assume, like I always assume that he hasn't read anything until he himself says I've read this. So that's why I always be like, oh, he hasn't read it. And I'm right.
Fucking confused, dude.
It's like a game right now.
Legendary anime fan JP says, hi, hello, thanks for joining us.
Hey, hello, thanks for joining us.
Hello, legendary anime JP fan.
But we read the manga, right? So we know what was going to happen. And the movie killed it like everywhere, like all around the world. Box office here,
I see what you did there, Sid.
What?
You said the movie killed it.
Yes, we killed it. And they were basically everywhere. It was like popping off. It launched in America. It was like everyone was loving it. I was like, yo, what the hell did they do with this movie? Like, I want to see, like, my God, why did this movie pop off so much? And I watched it and I was like, what's the hype about? Honestly, I'll say, like, I'm not saying it's bad. It just seemed like a normal Demon Slayer anime episode, you know, like that's what it seemed
But
like.
the
It seemed
Demon
like a
Slayer
longer,
anime
like 1 hour
episode
something
was
episode.
really fucking good, though, in their defense.
Yeah, but again, when you the thing is, anime movies always have higher production quality, like at least the good ones, higher production quality compared to anime, right? Because they're producing it really fast, so they use a lot of tricks and still frames and camera movement on like backgrounds.
Mm-hmm.
So even though Ufotable did a really good job with the anime, it was good, but it was still like, you know, the anime industry standard nowadays, right? And the movie had the same standard. You know, the movie wasn't like really high
It
production.
could
and
just
stuff
be that people were really
animated
starved
movies
for
are.
Demon Slayer content and they were like, I really want to see what's happening next.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Because a lot of people just watch the anime and not the manga.
Bro,
Yeah, a lot of people watch the anime and not the manga. And
bro,
when
check
I
Telegram once.
What?
Just check
and-
Telegram. Just check Telegram once. You carry on. Yeah.
already giving away behind the scenes. But anyways,
I also can't because my laptop is like literally screwed up right
Oh.
now.
But yeah, I watched it and I was like, I expected something crazy. You know, I was expecting something crazy. I was like, oh, this just looks like a longer anime episode, which was fun. Like I even though I knew what was happening, it was still fun. And like in the last moment, they still tried to, like, you know, pull out your emotions and whatnot in the end with the last Rengoku versus shit, I forgot his name. Something.
Demon.
You know, one of the
Rengoku versus
moons, the
Demon.
upper moons. Yeah, that guy. My brother will know his name because he's like a huge fan, right? And I was like, okay, they're trying to, like, with Lisa singing, you know, the Homura, the new song and all that, they try to like make it really emotional and stuff. Because after I heard that song, I was like, that song is cool, you know, and I waited for it in the anime. I don't think it played during the last scene to my memory, but I was like, okay, they're like good effects and whatnot. They did a good job. But my one issue with the movie was the characters don't blink their freaking eyes. Like, this is the first thing I think I told you, bro. I was like, why are the characters not blinking at all? Like, especially Rengoku. Rengoku's eyes are so big, right? Like, they're huge.
They're on
And,
stream
like,
right now,
it
so
really hits you. Yeah. And he doesn't blink at all. He's always staring like that and talking with his eyes like wide open. You know, it gives you like these really creepy vibes. And like, since I noticed that throughout the whole anime, I was waiting for them to blink. I was like, please blink, please blink, please blink. Like, no one fucking blinking. I was like, what the fuck? Like, did they forget like the blink animation while they were making the movie or something? I was like, yo, why aren't any of these characters blinking?
It was character
that stare
design.
reminds
He
me
just
of?
doesn't blink.
Huh?
You know
What,
what that
Adi?
stare reminds me of?
What?
It reminds me of the scenes from the shot, the Puparia. The Puparia
Oh,
shot, if you
Puparia
remember.
is fucking amazing. Yes.
Shingo, I forgot the Shingo Tama something.
Tamari.
Amari.
But yeah, Puparia is
Tamago.
a really cool shot.
Look it up on YouTube. He put it
That's
out for
on
free, and
YouTube.
that's
Yeah, he put
basically
it
a
for
work
free.
of art.
Shingo
You should honestly
Tamagawa.
give it a
Yeah,
watch.
it's actually
Shingo
a work of
Tamagawa.
art. He spent 3 years making that shot. It's 3 minutes long.
It's
freaking
all,
amazing.
Yeah, it's all him, which
all
surprised
him.
me because I couldn't believe that one person could make that 3 minute long. It is basically competing with Ghibli and other
Maybe you
major
could make it if you
Beautiful.
got good audio. My
Quality.
God, get good. Scrub.
His style is like
This is
so
not
beautiful.
This is not even getting good at it anymore. This is like you've reached it, you're done.
Scrub.
Yeah, the colors.
You're never
and,
done,
you
Audi.
know,
You're
even
never
the
done in
characters, like.
Guys, Weeb101 life
Weeb101
lessons.
is
Even if you
fucking
think you've
amazing.
made it, there's always something else you can do. Keep going.
Yeah. But yeah,
Get good,
definitely
don't be
shout
Audi.
out to Puparia over there.
Don't be Weeb101. Certainly better quality than this.
How
Yeah, Audi
dare
is
you?
good at.
How fucking dare
Pretty
you?
fucking good, I will say.
I'm reducing Audi's volume to 0. He no longer has a right to speak.
Like he was speaking before. But yeah, dude, I was.
One
the
second,
only
hold
thing
on,
that
hold on.
about
So
the
just a
film-
sec, Audi,
Go
could you
on.
say something, please? I just want to check something real quick.
Fucking this guy, fucking annoying.
Okay,
You're
cool. Said you
interrupting
can
me
go.
for no reason.
You can go.
Annoying.
You can go
I lose
forward
my
now.
train of thought. You know that, nah. I don't know what the fuck I was gonna say. Thank you. Interrupting me for a dumb joke.
Wasn't a
It's not
joke.
even funny.
I was just checking if anyone could hear Audi. Then I raised his volume back up again.
Sure. Yeah, and I don't know what the fuck I was gonna say. Fucking, I'm done.
My God, Mugen Train. Nobody blinking.
Yeah, Mugen Train, whatever. Nobody was blinking. And then after that, there's the film we talked about, right, bro? We talked about Sodi Pop. What is that movie called?
Bubble Pop, Sodi Pop,
Bubbling
looks like
Sodi
Sodi
Pop,
Pop, yes.
Bubbling Sodi Pop. That
Poppity
came out
Pop,
on Netflix.
yes.
Poppity Pop, yeah. And it was like this. We did it on Big If True, I think. I don't know how many weeks ago, and it was like the story of like a Kimi no Na wa.
Let's
It's
be
like two
honest,
different
nobody
characters.
actually saw it.
Yeah, nobody saw it. That's why I'm saying what it was. And we decided to like check it out. Like we're like, yo, what is this bubbly pop? What is this sodi pop movie? You know.
Sodi
And I started watching it. I think.
Okay, listen, can we
today
at least say the
morning-
name just once? Its words bubble up like soda pop.
Okay.
Like, god damn it, everyone's gonna be like, what is this sodi pop, bubbly pop? And they're saying, fucking hell, yeah, go on.
Yeah,
Google
what's
search
bubble up like
Bubbly
soda
Pop
pop?
anime.
It's by the guy who directed Your Lie in April. And I was like, I started checking it out, and the first thing that hit me, like for some reason, like I couldn't differentiate between the characters and the background. A lot of movements like that was very confusing for me, and it hit me like what they've done. So they tried to have these really. The background was had really like hard colors and hard lines and stuff. The background was really hitting you. Like they did a lot with the background. It was very messy. It had a lot of elements, and it had a lot of different colors. It was something like the Great Pretender style, but much worse than that, I'll say, because the Great Pretender did it really well.
There's a big distinction between
So the background
and
was very chaotic, right?
Yeah.
And the characters had like a similar color palette, and the characters, the outlines, right? It was like this really rough outline, and like you can barely see like light gray, like penciling, and like, or it's usually there's no outline; they're just blending with the background.
Oh.
Apart from Great Pretender, where Great Pretender has really like.
I think Great Pretender like uses saturated colors in the background, and then the characters
the
are
background
normal.
has a lot of shades, and
Yeah,
the
it's
Great
a lot
Pretender
of shades
uses
going
both. It uses saturated and unsaturated, but the characters have really thick outlines, and even the characters are mostly more saturated than the background, even though the background is heavily textured.
Yeah, even though it is heavily textured, you still make out the shades that are
that's
going
what I'm
on
saying.
over there. It's
Because
not
of
chaos.
the outline, and the color different,
It
and the
is,
way they've used the
organized
colors.
chaos, if you will, yeah.
But this one, like, there was a lot of movement, but it was so like confusing to make sense of things because of the way the background and the characters worked. How they were blending into each other for more scenes. That's why I was like, the minute I started it, that it felt weird. It took me out of it already, and I couldn't continue watching it.
You didn't watch the trailer, did you?
No, I didn't watch the trailer. I went
that
into
makes
it
sense.
blind. I just saw this thing. I think I saw it till they exchange each other's phones. Till that point, I guess, after they run into each other and the phones get lost. And after that, it was so confusing. I was like, I can't watch this anymore. Like that thing for me was really bugging me.
In the trailer itself, I think they show like the first scene where they show the boys' room. They show light all over the room. There is no shadow as such. It's just everything is brightly colored. Even the boy is brightly colored, so you can't really make out where the boy is.
Yeah.
So even while watching the trailer, I had to just skip back and like, what the hell did I just see? Oh, it's the boy sitting over there. It's his scene, right? And there were those moments through the trailer as well. But I imagine if that is going to be the whole movie, it would be a bit tough to watch.
Yeah, that's true. It was very. Did you watch it already? I know Bruce started watching it. Did you?
I didn't. I'll probably give it a watch and see if it hurts my eyes as well.
I got through almost 3/4 of it before we had to come for the podcast. I like it. I didn't like the style overall. It was just very chaotic for me. But otherwise, like the story was fine. It didn't really seem.
Yeah. Sorry, bro. Sorry for interrupting you. Mickey shared the link to Puparia for those who are asking for it in the chat. Yeah, continue.
Yeah, the story itself was fine. It didn't really throw me off or anything. But the art style was little annoying. But it's fine. It's still worth a watch. I would say it's not that bad. I could still get past it. Nothing close to Kimi no Na wa though. In terms of story and in terms of visuals and animation and everything, because even the animation here, it didn't really seem like it was great.
Like they did more, I guess things were moving, I would say, but because of the way the characters clashed with the background, it was really, especially I think one scene, bro, if you can remember, in the mall when the cop is chasing.
Yeah,
like,
I know. I was going to say the same thing. That was a pain.
So confusing.
That was very confusing.
Like, what the hell is going on? Like these random close-ups and stuff.
Yeah.
Like
that was just bad direction. I don't know what happened over there, but that was bad direction. That was like I blame the director for that. That should not have been in the final movie. That was way too complicated.
Like Bollywood cuts where the camera is just closing in and doing weird angles.
No, it's just chaos. It's pandemonium over there.
Yeah, you couldn't follow one scene to another.
The thing is, like, I can understand if you're trying to cause pandemonium because that's what's happening in the universe as well. Then the viewer literally cannot get an understanding of anything that's going on, except that somebody's shouting, somebody's showing their face, somebody's showing their nose hair or something, and then you're fucking done with the scene. I'm like, what the fuck just happened? I legitimately do not give a shit about what just happened.
Sounds very straining the way you describe it.
Yeah, but after that it becomes a little better though. It becomes nicer.
Okay, it does.
Yeah.
But like
it's like a very quaint little innocent little story. You know me, I'm a sucker for innocent little stories. I mean, I'm not saying it's
what
great.
Was going to happen, right? Yeah, it was like they clashed, their phones exchanged. I was like, yeah,
that was obvious. But then, so the thing is, like they become closer through different means, and then the story goes on to like, so this dude is working in this elder care home
deaf,
type
right?
of thing. No, he's not deaf at all, dude. What the fuck?
Oh, then why does he have difficulty speaking? Because I didn't get that.
He has difficulty speaking in front of people. He's basically Audi.
I see.
If Audi wrote poems.
Okay. That makes sense. Okay, that makes sense. Huh.
Yeah, but so
who enjoys short stories? You would enjoy Anohana.
Anohana is really good. That made me cry, and I tell Roy to watch it and made him cry too.
So that's why I will not watch it, because I've done crying.
That's why Bro will not watch it, because he doesn't want to cry.
Okay, what the fuck is up with my camera today? Okay, but anyway.
Why is your camera like this?
It keeps moving.
Is it being pulled by your USB that's connected to it?
No, I've even moved the wire upwards. I just don't know what happened.
Your tripod is pushing it back, I think. It moved back again.
I know. I don't know why the fuck it's... Okay, basically my camera is fucked.
Anyways.
Fuck it.
Anyways. No more tech support on podcast.
Basically, he's working this part-time job that his mom used to work before she hurt her back. And it's like this elder care home type of thing, and he's helping out this one old dude who keeps looking for a record, and this girl once she becomes close to him, she joins the care home to part-time to help them out, and these two are helping him find the record, and it turns out that the record is actually of his wife who died shortly after giving birth to their daughter, and this dude started a record shop in her memory just to sell her records. But he lost the original record that she gave him, so he's looking for it. So the story changes into that, where they're like trying to help him find it. Like this dude is searching online everywhere. He uses Google, which with like a Japanese character instead of the G, if I remember correctly, because they can't show Google. And the girl is like this famous person online. She's like a influencer, celebrity type
TikToker
of thing.
of that world.
Yeah, basically she's like a vlogger, and she goes online and she asks help from people, and they try to find it and all that. The only thing is, like, this guy writes haikus and puts it up on some
I remember that
micro-blogging site, which looks suspiciously like Twitter, by the way, and nobody likes it.
Graffitis is haikus, right?
Yeah, and nobody likes his haikus, but this girl who is supposed to be this popular streamer likes it through her public streaming account. And for some reason, that's the only like he ever has. Nobody's like, hey, you know what? Like, you know how when you're on Twitter, you're like, hey, this dude liked this guy's tweet. Let me go check it out. Oh, damn, that is cool.
Yeah,
okay, I like it. Nobody did that. People are still like, yeah, fuck that haiku guy, dude. Fuck that shit. Who the fuck wants to look at haikus? What? My favorite streamer is looking at haikus? Nah, fuck it. I don't give a shit. Who cares? That's a little unrealistic, you know, but otherwise.
Yeah, and dude, even that otaku character, like, he's so stereotypical. My God, like I was like, what the, like his depiction, like
straight out of a bad take,
like
straight out of a Weeb101 bad take.
I haven't seen those before.
But it's fine. It's like a time pass movie. It's not a great blow your mind kind of movie. But
it's like a blow your mind watch. Yeah. After that, I was so like this by the style that I ran. I was talking to Mickey that I wanted to show him like the Cowboy Bebop movie Knocking on Heaven's Door, which is fucking amazing. And I told him I'll watch it with him. And after that, I really love the opening scene of that film. You know, it's like one of my favorite scenes. And it's basically, it starts off with there's this robbery in a kombini. And Jet and Spike are...
Wait, what is the name of the movie?
Knocking on Heaven's Door.
That is the name, okay.
Yeah, that's the name of the
I thought they were just talking about the song that was in the opening.
So it starts off with Jet and Spike like going to the kombini, and there are like basically there are robbers who've taken up the who've gone into the kombini are trying to get money out of the cashier, right? And they're holding the people in the kombini hostage, and Spike and Jet go in and like fuck shit up, and that action scene is so freaking good. Like, you know, I love watching it. Like, the animation quality is actually amazing. Like, Shinichiro Watanabe fucking killed it.
Of course.
And after that, the opening sequence comes, okay? And there's this amazing, first of all, this amazing, really fucking cool soundtrack, you know, made by the Seatbelts itself. It's called Ask DNA, I think. And it's amazing. It actually sounds like a really good song. Like, and there are these random shots of people in the city, you know, walking around, driving, a taxi driver driving, yawning in his taxi, like a guy smoking, throws the cigarette and crushing it. Like these shots of daily life in a city in like black and white throughout the opening when they're showing credits. That shit is so fucking beautiful, so well done. I'm like fanboying on animation over here because it's like really simple shots, but it's so well done that it blows my mind, you know. And it just goes so well, like the random shots of the city with the music, and like it fits perfectly. Like it's one of the best movie openings I've seen animated film. Like that movie's fucking legendary, and like everything fits well. After that, it shows Faye. You know, they show Faye like, you know, just chilling in her ship. You know, chilling in her ship, going on a mission, trying to catch this bounty. And there's this another cool song playing in the background, right? From the Seatbelts album, from the OST, and it's cool. Like she's talking to me and she's like head banging to the song at the same time. Look really fucking cool. I'm just gonna start fanboying about the movie. So once you all watch it, we'll talk about it in more detail because I don't want to give you all spoilers.
Yeah, sure.
But,
so instead of One Piece, this time we're gonna talk about Cowboy Bebop.
I went and started watching that intro and it was fucking amazing. I was like, finally, something good to get back my love for animation.
Oh, because your love for animation just suddenly stopped.
It hurt after watching
Magic
that
trick, guys. Check this
annoying
out.
Thing.
Are you changing the camera?
I don't know what he's doing.
He's changing the camera.
Yeah, I'm just quickly fixing the camera because it's going batshit crazy.
Yeah, and like the fight scenes in the movie, by the way, are really well done. Like they're so well animated.
I think like
so
the fight scenes were good in the anime as well.
Yeah,
so
in the movie they take it to the next level. Like
you said it was nothing more than like another episode of Cowboy Bebop, right? The movie. It's a lot more than the normal episode. But yeah,
I was saying that
there was like a different plot line for this thing, and you said it's nothing more than a. It feels like
I meant it in a sense that like. So the show also covers like random missions in their life, right? Like you see that, right? So even like the movie is supposed to be just a random mission within their life, you know, like that's what it's within their journeys. Like, you know, they're going to find a bounty and they come across like this bio weapon, you know, this kind of virus. Yeah.
Okay.
And
Took a
this is
turn,
really
yes.
cool. They go to this Moroccan town that looks like Marrakesh, like old school Marrakesh, and they have like
So,
that
like, all
cool
the
like
markets and whatnot,
Arabian music and stuff. Like, you really feel it. Like, he's done a really good job composing all those together.
Yeah.
It's really fun, dude. I really like that film. It's one of that's an anime film done right. I'll say that's an anime film done right, definitely.
Makes
And
sense.
also, Brew is back. One more thing I wanted to say was fucking Inuo came out, Masaki Uesa's new film, which you guys saw me freak out over because I fucking loved it.
We made a shorts about it, and that was Sid speaking through me.
Yes, Masaki Uesa is fucking beautiful. I don't watch trailers. You guys know that I don't watch trailers, but the minute I fucking went and saw the trailer, and it looks fucking beautiful. Like, it blew my mind.
Yes, because trailers
so
are spoilers, apparently.
Shit. No, and that's not why I watch it, because it doesn't contribute to anything for me. For me, trailers are not spoilers. For me, trailers don't do anything. I just want to watch the movie. Like, I don't see a point in watching a trailer. But
It's such a vague way of saying I don't want spoilers.
No, like, I legit don't care about trailers. In my experience of watching trailers, it's never spoiled anything for me. So I can't make that the reason, because it's never happened.
It just gives you an idea about the music, animation, and everything else they're doing in the whole thing. That's literally all.
Yeah, but
that's not important
or anything.
It's
not a spoiler to the story. It just shows how it looks.
Yeah, but why would you say it doesn't do anything? It literally gives you a view into how the movie is going to be.
But I don't see any purpose in watching trailers. Like, why would I watch a trailer? I would just watch the movie.
It's to set and temper expectations.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, but that's, again, I don't like that. I just want to watch the movie, so I never watch trailers. That's what I'm saying. Unless, like, a few trailers that I remember, like, if you ask me, Sid, which trailer do you remember that stood out? There's one trailer that comes to mind, which is the original Shining trailer with the blood gushing out, like that shit. Like,
you weren't even
I've ever seen.
You weren't even like aware of it when it came out before the movie.
I saw the trailer after the movie, I know. But that trailer is fucking legend. No, I'm talking about trailers that stand out on their own as something amazing.
The whole point of a trailer is to set expectations for the movie, give you an idea of what is to come. So you watch it before the movie comes out so that you can be like, I see. But then you're like, I would rather watch the movie. Like, dumbass, you can't watch the movie. That's why they put the trailer.
No, I wait for the movie. I don't watch the trailer. That's what I'm saying. I don't see a point in it. I directly watch the movie. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I don't want to watch the trailer. I watch the movie when it comes out. Simple. And that's what I've always done. And especially, usually when there's a movie I want to watch, like new movies, I rarely watch a few and I watch when they're already out. And even old films, I don't look at the trailer first. I directly just watch the film.
Yeah, but I'm talking about films that aren't released yet. You know, like...
I don't watch the trailer. I'm not even kidding. I haven't seen the trailer too.
Yes, you established that you don't watch the trailer. I'm just saying your line of thought where you say it doesn't do anything is weird, because the trailer is meant to give you a peek, is meant to keep the... excitement up by the time the movie comes out. So you look at it and you're like, damn, I think I will enjoy this. Or you're like, I think I won't enjoy this. And that helps you make a better decision, or helps you be more excited or less excited for the movie accordingly. So that's the whole point of a trailer.
Once the movie is out, from like the director, the poster, the title, I can already say if I want to watch it or not. That's when I decide. Like, even Minari, right? Minari that just came out, the film. I didn't watch the trailer, but I saw the title, I saw the director, I saw the poster. I was like, I'm going to watch this. I'm going to like this. I just knew.
Yeah, but
I do that all the time. I just see. For me, what's important is most important is the director. First, I see the director's name. If it's cool, I'm going to watch it no matter what. Like this thing, Jim Jarmusch's The Dead Don't Die. I saw that shit. I'm like, I'm going to watch it when it comes. I didn't see the trailer for The Dead Don't Die. I bet it's a good trailer, but I just fucking watch the film. I don't need to judge films by trailers. I just watch it.
But nobody asked you to judge it by the trailer. It's literally just a way to build hype. No, but you're saying that's what
people do. Yeah, I don't do that. I don't need that. That's what I'm saying. I'm already hyped, right? I was like, I'm already gonna watch this shit. I watch it when it comes out.
It helps you be more curious. You're like, oh damn, I wonder what they're gonna talk about here. I wonder what this is about. Like that's
you. And I like going in. I just watch it. Like, I watch the whole thing. That's all. I don't want to watch a short clip. I just watch the whole thing.
Again, I am saying, if you cannot watch the whole thing. If it's not out, the trailer helps give you an idea of what is to come, which helps a lot of people
I know.
give that.
It helps a lot of people. I'm not saying trailers are not important. A lot of people love trailers. Like,
Okay, you know what?
thing.
Maybe you should think about how you say things, because so far it sounded like you were saying, I don't even know why trailers exist, bro.
Hey, I actually never said that. That's
Yeah,
how
I know you didn't say
perceived
that. I'm
it.
saying the way you're talking about it.
A lot of people love, and trailers, like, they work for you. Like, trailers work, of course. They like create hype and all. I understand that, but it's just that I don't watch them. That's all I'm saying. That's all. There are good trailers out there. The Shining trailer, fucking legendary. So that's a movie in itself, Fucking love that shit with the blood coming. Legendary scene. Just letting you know. Go check out the Shining trailer if you want.
I really don't think Stanley Kubrick needs advertisement from us.
A lot of people don't know about Stanley Kubrick.
Everybody knows about The Shining.
Yeah, most people know about The Shining in my experience. Yeah, but it was. Let's see, but for this I saw the trailer because I wanted to see the animation, and I'm like, fucking amazing, and I'm gonna watch it.
I like how your own logic went out the window, where you're like, if I like the director, if I like the name, that's all I need to know about it. But fuck, I need to know the animation for this one, even though I know it's going to be good. Yeah, I know it's going to be good, in the beginning. But I'm going to watch it anyway.
I don't watch trailers. I was like, I don't watch trailers, but I saw this one. That was my whole point in the beginning.
Yeah, but I'm saying your logic doesn't make any sense over here. If anything, you should know better than anyone that this is going to be amazing. So, all the more reason to not watch the trailer.
No, I wanted to watch it, so I saw it. That's all. I wanted to, genuinely. I've never wanted to watch trailers before, but for this, I actually wanted to. That's how I felt. Before, when a cool movie comes out, like when The Dead Don't Die came out, I'm like, that's cool, I'll watch this. I didn't want to watch the trailer. But for this, I wanted to watch the trailer. So maybe I'm changing, who knows?
Yeah, that is my question. Why did you want to watch the trailer?
I don't know, dude. I was just in a moment of hype, and I was like, "Fuck yes!" I was like, "Oh, you know what, trailer?" Click, and I saw that shit. That's all. I wasn't thinking about it.
You knew what you were going to see, and you're like,
"Yes,
I just want more of this right away, so might as well watch the trailer."
Yeah, and I still have no idea what goes on in this thing, but it looked cool, and it's going to be fun. That's what I know.
That's all that matters.
That's all that matters. Yes.
Somehow, Sid is like the marketer's, Schrodinger's cat type of thing, You don't know if he's going to absolutely fall for your marketing strategy, hook, line, or sinker, or if he's going to completely avoid it until he actually reacts. Like it's a toss-up. You don't know what's going to happen. Like one day he might be binge watching whatever you put out 20 times a day, and or the next day you're like, okay, let me try this again, and he's like, ugh, disgusting. You're like, and as a marketer, you're just like, what the fuck just happened? What the fuck is this guy doing? I don't understand anything this guy is doing. Just the most shit I've ever seen.
I let the marketer know even I don't know what I do, so don't think about it.
Yeah, it's like Sid's brain is controlled by this like primal, like underdeveloped caveman type of thing where it just like, it's only one part of his brain is a caveman. It controls all his emotional impulses. And this other part of the brain is like, I understand animation. This looks good. And caveman is like, watch now.
Yeah, literally, it's like, watch, click on this shit.
Really
like,
accurate way of putting such brain.
Yeah, and his previous experiences make it seem like, this brew guy is annoying. Mute.
Well, yeah, that's basic. That's my basic reaction to when you're annoying. Right? It's the best way to get rid of you.
That's what I'm saying. What your ways is to do things are basic. You're just like, Ooga Booga must watch, Ooga Booga must not watch.
It's working out beautifully for me so far.
Oh my god. Okay, but I'm assuming that's all the topics we have for now. And there are a couple of things that we have to put out in regards to our channel. So firstly, I don't know, I'm pretty sure none of you care because none of you even bothered to mention it to us. Our Twitter got hacked by some cryptocurrency dude, and the account is currently suspended, and we can't do shit about it.
Bro, are you sure none of y'all fell for like a phishing attack? Or
Sid, listen, we all know the reason why it got hacked, and You know, it was because somebody wanted to keep a basic bitch password and not switch on two-factor authentication.
You had 1 year to change it before we got hacked. Why do you wait till we get hacked? Huh? You just realize now that it doesn't work.
Hold on, Audi, you can attest to this. Two things. First thing, I suggested a password change and two-factor in authentication enabling.
I still don't like this shit, by the way. It's still annoying to me, but I didn't change it.
You said two-factor, bro. I'll have to give you a code every time you log in. I don't want to do that shit.
I still don't like two-factor. Yeah, I still don't want two-factor.
And second thing, Audi, what did I tell you last night when we were talking about this?
Wait, I completely forgot the conversation.
Audi was like, yeah, do you think we should like talk to Sid about this? I'm like, dude, listen, you're gonna tell Sid, and he's gonna blame you, and second, he's gonna tell you who gives a fuck, dude. Nobody cares about our Twitter anyway.
Because you know I'm right.
Exactly, that happened. So basically,
because you know I'm right.
Due to
you had a year to change it.
You didn't let me change it. You told me not to change it.
Yeah, but you could have still changed it. You still changed this. Did I say anything? I still hate the new password, but I didn't say anything.
We had to change it because our hands were forced at this point.
I would still just change one number from our old password or something.
Yeah, it clearly
more than one number.
Okay, so guys, basically we had a basic bitch password, and it was the same password for every single one of our accounts, and through an utter stroke of luck, okay, mind you, utter stroke of luck, Sid without telling me had logged into our accounts on Instagram and YouTube once, and I freaked out thinking we had gotten hacked, and I changed the password immediately, keeping it similar so that Mr. Forgetful here would be able to remember the password, but also like made it a little more complex. And thankfully, because of that, none of our other accounts got hacked. The one account with the old password got hacked. And I told Sid, maybe we should keep a better password. And his reply was, nobody's going to hack us because nobody cares about us. I was like, Sid, you know what? We should still keep a better password. This is like basic shit. We should also enable two-factor. And that's when he said, no, bro, I'd have to send you codes. I'm too lazy for that shit. I'm not going to enable it. And
I still think one of you all fell for a phishing attack.
And the way Sid works is, if we try to tell Sid to do something and he doesn't want to do it, his first reply is, fuck you, I'm out, I'm not doing this. So we end up just letting him do whatever he wants. So due to gross negligence, something that shouldn't have happened at any level at all happened.
Your negligence.
And my negligence, yes. Our Twitter got hacked. And I've sent an email to Twitter.
Dead anyways.
I've sent. It doesn't matter if it's dead or not. It's still shameful. This is shameful.
How is it shameful? It literally doesn't matter.
Terrible.
Like, what did he get out of hacking us? He wasted his time out of hacking. Like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy?
He managed to
put nothing better to do.
He managed to get another bot account, which is apparently our account is transformed into.
By the way.
So Twitter has not responded to me. I can't use our original email ID because I don't know if that has been compromised in any way, but I've asked Twitter, I've emailed them, I've sent them the details, I've gotten no reply yet. Hopefully they will give us a reply and give us back the account, but if they don't, we'll have to purge the account for 30 days. We'll have to sit quiet on Twitter because we can't use the same email ID, and then after that we can make a new account.
Before that.
And so hopefully we can get back on Twitter. Everything else seems to be up and running so far, at least.
Yeah.
Point is, it's not even the Twitter. What if it was our YouTube account?
Yeah, that's a very good point, actually.
It's okay. We can just re-upload what we have. Like, we're not that far ahead anyways. Then it's a big loss.
We have like some 300 videos.
150 videos. Yes.
It's okay. It's not. We can crying about it wouldn't get it back if we lost it. Like, just start again.
No. Hey, hold on. Nobody said crying about it would get it back. We said making basic prevention methods would help not losing it in the first place.
Hey, I like to lead an easy life, okay?
That was not an easy life.
That's the stupidest
Last night when you just opened Twitter and you saw your Twitter account is suspended.
Just to let you guys know, last night I had a beautiful sleep. Okay, so I had a very easy life.
And here's the thing, I opened Twitter because I was like, okay, I want to check something, and then I'm like, why is there some random Asian dude on my profile picture? And then I was
Yeah,
like,
Mickey showed that to me.
and then I checked it, and I'm like, this is the Weeb101 account. Is this like some prank Sid played on me? Is this like? And then I checked that it's like CZ, and then I realized it's Binance's CEO, and some cryptocurrency fanatic hacked our account and used it to tweet at Elon Musk and tweet about some random cryptocurrency shit.
What did he tweet at? Damn, I had no idea this happened. What? Can you tell me? I'm interested.
He tweeted at Elon Musk about some cryptocurrency company, and he was basically trying to promote it like using our account as a bot account. So
there was even an account where where he said our account managed to put out 400,000 tweets in the last year. I'm like,
so basically there was a bunch of bullshit. Unfollowed everybody, and he kicked all the people who followed us were kicked out as well. Then Twitter suspended the account because it was really fucking suspicious activity. I can't even blame them. Okay, the algorithm was probably like, yeah, fuck these guys for sure.
Yeah, pretty much.
Twitter acted really fast. Damn.
Yeah.
It took 6 days, I think, wasn't it? Did you say it was logged in for a long while?
Yeah, and that's the thing. There is no.
Is everyone gone? Well, yeah, I think so. But yeah, what were you saying?
There is no evidence left behind of this person logging in as well, because I wasn't able to find anything, and I'm not able to access all the information of our account because it's fucking suspended. So I'm not even able to figure out where this guy came from and where how we lost the password. Nothing. I have no idea at all. So
we don't even have a login attempt mail on our email. Right?
Yeah, we don't. Like, so I have no idea how our Twitter got accessed. So it, you know what? Irrespective of how it got accessed, two-factor authentication would have saved this. So guys, please enable two-factor authentication on your.
So annoying.
Yeah, don't be silly. Just managed to put up like three cement walls of authentication.
Yeah, please don't have post-its stuck to your monitor with your passwords. Okay, please, for Christ's sake.
It's hard difficult to remember. And see, I don't, because like it doesn't matter. What will a person get if they hack me? You know, like what are you gonna do? Like doesn't
just
matter.
Your personal information, nothing else.
What, bro? There's no personal information worth hiding. Like my net worth is 0. You're not gonna get anything out of hacking my account.
Right.
Nothing.
After the things you said about the kind of jobs you get, you know, it's kind of surprising that you don't want to keep it.
No, it doesn't matter. It's negligible anyways.
Yeah, what if someone just takes your Behance that is popping off and make it pop off in another direction entirely?
Don't talk about my Behance publicly. Shut up.
You have nothing to hide. There is nothing.
I don't want to talk about it.
It's just personal information that is not interesting, right?
On live stream, like if you find my Behance, I don't care. But why you say you want me to blame you for? You know, telling the people I blame the hacker. You want me to blame you? Huh? Can you shut the fuck up about it?
All I'm saying is for a person who's so private,
the information.
For someone who's so private, you really don't care about private information.
No, I'm saying if it happens, I'll be like whatever. But if you don't, I'm like, what the fuck are you doing it?
But my point is like take basic steps to prevent it from happening. There's no reason to let it happen.
Forget the basic steps don't work for me. Make it easier for me.
You literally put in your phone number and it sends you a code. That's
I don't want to go reach my phone and open it. It's more work. It's waste time. I just want to like open it and do the shit I want to fucking do. You're lazy like me. You understand that. You just want to get shit done.
I'm not lazy with passwords.
I am. It's too much work. I just like to get in. Dude, I get annoyed when I see a login screen. I'm like, fuck, why do I have to type my username and password? It's so fucking annoying.
It is 2021. Irrespective of which environment you're in, everything remembers your password. So the username and password are automatically put in by your browser or your OS, and all you have to do is put in the code.
I never click the remember password thing. I'm too lazy to click that. Okay, I just want to see my email.
Saves you time.
Random Otaku is like, is everyone gone?
He said that a long time ago.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
This is example of Sid's caveman brain. Ooga booga, too much time. Sid, it will save you time in the future, Sid. You never have to log in again. Ooga booga, no, click extra. Click, log in immediately.
Yeah, I don't do that shit, dude. Usually all my shit is logged in, right? So I'm like, cool, I access it.
I curse you. You should get logged out of every fucking account you have every day. Just so that you click that remember password.
If you guys don't know about Bruce curses, but they usually work in reverse. I'll let you know that. So thank you, Bruce.
That is true.
Yes. So that's gonna get me a lot of good luck. See how your curses work.
Sid, apparently your personal email ID has been pound.
Yeah, I know. I checked that.
By Zomato.
Yep.
And a manga site which I shall not mention.
I don't use that email anymore, by the way. I
Yeah,
have
I know.
a new email ID.
Let's check our Weeb101. That's what I opened this for. But
I
then...
checked Weeb101 in the morning. Don't worry, it was fine.
Yeah, okay, that's good.
Yeah, Weeb101, nothing happened. Like it's proper green.
Audie's email ID has been leaked. His password has been leaked by Domino's. Very interesting. Domino's India. Thank you for leaking our passwords in a 13 TB of compromised data. Beautiful.
No, Zomato did that shit, okay, to us. MyFitnessPal did it, if you remember, bro.
Yeah.
We both had it in our accounts.
Yeah.
And yes, MyFitnessPal, don't worry, we don't work out. We just have the app for fun.
We used to count calories on it, and then we realized that we are better off fat.
Yeah, we're better off fat. And apparently it's fucking this thing. What? I forgot
Domino's.
already. Who hacked? Domino's. Fucking Domino's. I've never used the Domino's app. The Zomato already.
I'm telling you, all these businesses have a dude like Sid who doesn't listen to the IT department, and the IT department's like, listen, can we please enable like better security on our server? And this dude's like, dude, who's gonna hack our server, dude? I just want to log into the server with one click, you know. And all this shit leaks. So
like,
what do you mean my account got
like, look at me and just unlock my shit,
your account was one of the millions of accounts whose password was leaked by Domino's. So if you use the same password in everything you use with that account, then it's possible that your account was compromised.
Random Otaku is asking, do you guys know Jord Indian? Who's that? Do you know anyone called Jord Indian, or what is Jord Indian? JORDINDIAN.
Jord Indian, no, never.
I have no clue what that is.
The Jord Indian, musical artist, Indian sketch comedy and music art. No, I do not know him.
Never heard. I think you should know, Random Otaku. We are very disconnected from our own society, so there's a lot of shit that a lot of people know about popular Indian culture that we have no clue about. I'll just let you know that right now.
Yeah, okay, that was our first announcement. So our Twitter is fucking dead. If you get any mentions from Weeb101 pod on Twitter, please know that it is some random cryptocurrency guy. It's not us telling you to use Binance.
4 of you guys, who are none of the guys, because it's like Nikki and Audie and Adochi who are following us. So that is the first thing. The second thing is that we are. I just managed to get into YouTube and chat is a mess. What the fuck? Well, Forrest Dan said Tanjiro is better than Guts, and I don't even know how come nobody pointed that out to me. I missed it, I think, yeah.
And Mickey said Ayo.
NGL, I don't like demons. Akaza was that guy's name. But yeah, a lot of people have been talking. Anyways, what was the other announcement, Brett?
Random Otaku says they're a pretty good channel. Yeah, dude, we don't really watch Indian channels. We have become it's okay. No, not being I don't know what they call it, like Desh Trogis or whatever the fuck it is, but we have been disappointed by Indian content creators way too much to give them chances again and again and again.
That's true.
Everybody
like a lot of shit about India, but we don't like
our content creators are not one of them. Like, either they're just not funny and they're unoriginal and they steal jokes, or they end up in sexual harassment cases, and we are not really happy with either extremes that Indian content creators usually go to, especially when you consider like the most major comedians and
I don't even know who they are, by the way.
Yeah, neither do I, but I heard of all of them in the Me Too movement in India, where all of them were called out. So
they talk in English.
No, that's not the problem. It's not the problem.
We understand Hindi pretty well. Like the language is not an issue for us.
It's the type of people that
we can't speak it, but we can understand it.
Hey, I can speak it.
I can speak it.
Right.
Even Brew can.
Yes. Let's fucking face it. Neither of you could hold a fucking conversation for 5 minutes if you want.
अपन अभी हिंदी में बात करेंगे.
तेरा क्या announcement था? इन लोगों को क्या announcement था?
Yeah, but
Sala, blood
Nice
fuck
5
you.
minutes.
Random Otaku says they are really good. I will check them out, but I'm telling you right now, I'm not a very big fan of Indian content creators in general. There are quite a bunch of idiots because they all
Indian
inspire
content
each
in
other.
general, for that matter.
They all
We
inspire
don't know
each other.
Jord Indian, like we have never checked it out, so we
Yeah,
have no clue.
like, I'm
but
not
just-
pointing at anyone in particular. I'm just saying in
we are
general,
not
we've been
taking names,
disappointed
yeah.
by people too
There
much.
are occasional gems that do come out of Indian media, but then for the most part, it's nothing like we enjoy. It's nothing for
I
us
remembered
anyways.
something, guys. I want to tell you. I don't know if you know. So remember, I love this channel called Accented Cinema. Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember I keep telling you about it. They make really cool reviews of like movies and stuff.
Yeah.
So I told you he was making a video on this thing, right? Indian cinema, and he was asking fans to recommend films. He covered not only Bollywood but like Collywood and Tollywood also.
Of course.
And he talked about the popular films like Three Idiots and Lagan, like everyone knows, like Sholay,
Yeah.
like the big ones. But I'd never heard of this film. I learned it through his video. He talked about this South Indian film called Super Deluxe. Okay, do you know about it?
Super deluxe.
And-
not what-
Yes, I'm
He was
South
showing
Indian.
the
Of
visuals
course, I know
dude,
about
it
it.
fucking looks like a Wes Anderson movie. That film looks so fucking beautiful. Like I was looking at the colors and the composition. What the fuck is this fucking Indian Wes Anderson dude? That the film looked absolutely beautiful. Like my mind was blown. Like I didn't even know about Super Deluxe. Like shit is crazy. I thought you guys must know about it because
Oh,
apparently it's
it's not
really
in-
popular.
This actress Samantha Akineni, she was part of my client in one of the place I worked in last. But yeah, this is a Tamil
Random Otaku
movie.
said Abbe Sala.
Yeah, I saw. This is a Tamil
Good one.
movie. I'm pretty sure my brother knows about it, but
Dude,
I haven't
it
watched
looks
this one.
beautiful.
2 years ago,
Dude, it
2019.
looks absolutely beautiful. Like the film, I actually want to watch it. I want to ask you about it. I just remembered.
Yeah,
And
but
did
okay,
you see
you know what?
images
Okay,
like,
let's be
wow.
honest here. Okay, for a real talk for a second. Okay, Bollywood basically. Okay, if anyone in chat is a Bollywood fan, then I will fight. I will choose this hill to die on when it comes to Indian content. Bollywood literally takes original concepts from South India and then redoes it, and people think they're cool.
Not just South India, across
Hey,
the
not
world
only
as well.
South India,
Plagiarism-
everything.
plagiarism
Yeah, everything.
runs
Look,
deep
India in
fucking
general
Bollywood.
steals concepts from outside India, but
Yeah,
when it
pretty
comes
much.
to India, Bollywood just recycles whatever worked in South India.
Yeah.
Okay, like
that's not
fucking
all
Salman
films, it's
Khan.
like most films.
Salman
Most
Khan
films.
is
Dude, like-
notorious for that.
Who watches Salman Khan?
Listen,
The whole
Salman
of
Khan
the
is like
fucking
the
country.
whole country watches fucking Salman Khan.
Yeah,
I
no,
don't know
I know.
why,
I'm
because he's
saying
like a
in a way
fucking
that I don't
literal
understand.
murderer over there, but they.
I don't care about
Quite
Salman
the
Khan
claim.
enough.
Leave the claims for later.
That's Yeah, I don't care about
claims,
Salman Khan.
it is
Never
pretty
cared.
it is pretty fucking evident that he did. But yeah, either way, South India actually has quite a few gems in it. I even told you about this movie called Jigar Danda, which has only one song, and it's about a filmmaker who wants to make a film about one of the mafia bosses basically. And the boss puts out one condition saying, if you want to make a film about me, I want to act in the film. You have to show my life. You're not going to show some random actor after taking notes about me. And this dude is like, you know what, fuck it, I'll do it, because everyone wants him to make like one of the stereotypical Indian movies where the hero and villain are going to fall in love after, sorry, the hero and the heroine, I don't know why I said hero and villain, but the hero and heroine are going to fall in love after the hero beats the villain and all that shit. So he basically does it, and then it is really fun. He goes a lot into cinematography. He's like, how will I do this? And then he talks about direction, he talks about acting, and it follows a nice story, a good cinematography for the movie also. So that's
Hey, but
something that's well done.
I
And-
have to say something about Bollywood also, like to your point. Like I agree, nowadays a lot of films, this thing, copy and everything. Like Bollywood is absolute trash right now. I'd say it. I don't like it at all.
It's been trash for
But,
a long while.
There's a lot of good films I saw as a kid that were original stories and
Like?
that were done. They're not a lot, but they were original. Like the original Golmaal.
I'm pretty
The
sure
old
there's
one. No, it's actually an original story. The
Random
was-
Otaku says I don't like Bollywood. Exactly, Random Otaku. Fuck Bollywood.
and like the old films I saw were good, like they were original. Like you tell me if they were taken from movies, because I'm unaware, but as far as I know these were. But if they were taken, yeah, cool, you can let me know. And what, like because when I was a kid, I was more this into Indian culture, and as I grew up, I got out.
Dude, even Chachi 420, which came out in 97, is a literal copy.
I haven't seen Chachi 420. That's I don't know about. This is the first time hearing about that film. That's what I'm saying.
Wait, which Golmaal are you talking about?
The original one, the old Golmaal, yeah. Not the new shit, that comedy bullshit.
Not 2006, right?
No.
1979.
Yeah, I think that's the one. The old Golmaal. Like, that shit is good. And even like Padosan and like fucking I don't think Lagan is Lagan a copy? No, right? Lagan is original.
I think is original. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's why there are good films that are like there are good films that are original. So
I think like
they exist.
Movies that do come out and
they stand
have
out.
A decent chance. Yeah, they stand out with other movies from other countries as well. But then
I'm not see, maybe
fucking...
90% of the films are copied, but the ones that I remember that stand out to me as good, I think they're original.
Because they were good, they were objectively pretty good to watch, and like now the whole industry is saturated with trash that has either been copied or been reused and milked to absolute death at this point.
Nowadays, you hear the new songs; they're reusing old school songs and remixing it.
Dude, I heard a Bollywood song from a new movie. And I was like, I've heard this song somewhere before. I've definitely heard this tune somewhere. It was a tune from another movie, as I expected. I asked, I was like, why are they reusing this song? Why couldn't they make new songs? Like that was their thing, Bollywood movies are famous for making fresh new songs, but now they aren't even doing fucking that. They're just reusing the same shit again.
Yeah, they always. No, now it's become full trash, dude. Yeah.
Okay, hold on. So. This is interesting. This is literally a reverse of what I said before. Golmaal inspired a movie called Thillumulle. Thillumulle is a Tamil movie which came out in 1981. Yeah, and this is supposed to be a remake, and it stars Rajnikant. So Rajnikant has like he's pretending to be two people in that, and
that's Golmaal. Yeah. Basically, that's the original Golmaal.
So this is. This thing. This was a very famous movie when it came out.
Yeah, but so they copied it the other way around, basically.
Yeah.
But see, that's the thing, right? Like then it was still like popular actors were still limited. So I imagine it would have been a
no, but there was
even for the
there was a little bit of a difference because when it came to Rajnikant, he always had a mustache till that movie, and in that movie he had to shave it, right, because he's pretending to be two different people. So he did not want to Thillumulle. He did not want to shave his mustache, and he was convinced to do it because he was like, mustache is part of my identity, and because he shaved it, that started his whole career without the mustache. So the movie success literally gave him a career without a mustache.
And it looks weird as
the movie popped off in the south.
Movie popped off.
But yeah, that was a really... And even another movie, I don't know if this one is copied, but the one I really liked as a kid, the Amar Akbar Anthony. The three brothers thing, that was really... I enjoyed that also.
Random Otaku says, do you guys know about the new Bangla film that won an Oscar? No. Oscars are also another scam, dude, so I don't really...
Hey, Bangla, Oscars, I don't give a fuck about it. But Bangla films, there are some really good ones. Like the Satyajit Ray ones are fucking amazing. Ogo Bodho Shundari.
How the fuck can you talk about Satyajit Ray in a timeline? Dude, dude, do you know this guy called Kubrick? Kubrick, real good, damn.
He was a Bengali director.
He was. He's ancient. His body is bones right now.
I'm talking about films from 1977 and shit. I'm talking about
old films. Satyajit Ray from? Excuse me.
We are talking about old films. I'm not talking about modern film. And I did see, my mother watches a lot more Bengali films than me, but the last one I saw was this film called Badshahi Angti, which was it was pretty interesting. It was based in like Lucknow, and it was like this normal mystery novel. It was like Byomkesh Bakshi kind of inspired thing. If I'll go on another tangent, Byomkesh Bakshi is this really popular detective novel series that's written by a Bengali director, and some of it has been adapted to films. Man. Some of this has been adapted to films, but the films are not as good as the actual detective books. Those are very popular. But it was kind of this mystery novel where who killed it kind of thing, It was based in Lucknow, like the labyrinths in Lucknow and stuff. It was quite interesting, I'll say. Yeah. But I don't watch a lot of Bengali films.
Random Otako says Mariam is the Bangla film. I haven't watched it yet. Tell us how it is. If it's good, maybe
tell us how it is. I don't know.
I haven't watched Indian films since I was 5. That's good. Yeah, that's really good. Indian films aren't worth it. No, Random Otako said that. It's really not worth it.
I saw such a bad Indian film.
Hold on, Audi has something to. Audi was saying something.
Oh yeah, what Audi?
It was like Insid's defense of talking about older movies. Stanley Kubrick, older movies, 1968.
No, the only thing that was good, the only good things I can remember in our film industry is old shit. So that's what I'm going to talk about when talking about good shit.
Yeah, but I'm saying that's what I'm saying though. The current industry is absolute ass. It just steals from South India.
It's trash.
The problem is
that golden age.
The problem is that because of Bollywood's success, right? Tollywood, every other wood basically, is not getting the freedom that they originally had. Because even though they should be getting more freedom, so especially Tamil Nadu and Kerala, they were getting a lot of freedom when it came to movies, and plots were becoming more interesting. They were expanding their horizons in cinematography and direction.
So I don't know if it's good or just you like it. Or I don't know if it's good or not.
I like Tamil movies, dude.
You talk about a lot of films that you like.
Particular films, okay, very particular ones. I hate most of the mainstream ones.
So they're also shit.
That's what I'm saying. So they were getting a lot of freedom, and you got movies like this one I said, Jigar Danda. But the problem is that Bollywood got so famous copying these things, but making them basic bitch and putting Salman Khan dancing with his crotch out, that every other industry started doing the same thing. They were like, dude, it sells. Put your famous star, make them dance, put a hot woman over there, women only TM, and they're like, fuck it, that's it, we made a movie. So originality is disappearing all over India because of that. And I'll tell you one more thing. So Random Otako says, as I said, he said, I haven't watched Indian movies since I was 5. Here's the thing, don't watch Indian movies, because people watching them is exactly what is giving them more reason to fuck over the next movie, the next creator who wants to be really creative and think outside the box. And another thing is, we are, as Indians, we are taught about these great people, these great artists. We're taught about Satyajit Ray, Rabindranath Tagore, all these people.
Dude, I wanted to say something about Rabindranath Tagore, but finish your point.
We're taught about all these great artists, and then when it actually comes to our lives, everyone is like, fuck art, dude, go do science or become a doctor or some shit, or become an engineer. I'm like, bitch, fuck you. Why the fuck did you spend years of my life teaching me about these guys and telling me how great they were, if you're just going to tell me to fuck off and not do art? What the fuck?
Even one more thing is that in the south it basically picked up the same formula, and now all you hear about, like for Bollywood, it's all you hear is Salman Khan and Shah Rukh Khan. But if you go to the south now, all you hear from Kerala, it's
already there is Varun Dhawan and the guy from Student of he's a Student of the Year guy. Okay, he's a Student of the Year guy. I will never forget his fucking name until I die.
Scarred into memory.
Yeah.
But like I said, it's like you hear for the south, you hear like Kerala, you hear Mammootty and Mohanlal, and for Tamil Nadu, it's like Surya and Rajinikanth. Oh, you hear these names over and over because movies are just populated with these 4 actors just taking up more space, and there is no new talent coming through as well. Ever so slightly, there is new talent coming in. But even then, the bar is raised so high because these guys take up all the movies.
Rabindranath Tagore is, Random Otaku said Rabindranath Tagore is Bangladeshi. He was born in Calcutta, so I don't think he's Bangladeshi. But okay.
but he's a bong.
Yeah, he's a bong, but he's not in the country of Bangladesh.
But anyways, honestly, dude, it doesn't even matter. Yeah, who gives a shit where he was born?
Yeah, who gives a shit? Yeah,
it's just what he did.
But Audi, finish your point. Yeah, finish your point.
Basically, that was his point, that everyone is the same and there's no new talent.
Yeah, everyone is the same.
There is nothing new coming out like from the actors or from the story itself. Like everything is getting saturated and just.
And speaking of things that like nothing new coming out, like there was a few years ago, I remember my parents were watching this. They released a new TV show on Netflix. Okay, I don't know if it was on Netflix or Amazon or something, but they literally made a TV show out of stories that Rabindranath Tagore had written.
That's nice.
Yeah, and they did the whole thing in black and white, and it actually looked decent. Like I didn't watch it.
Stories or lost stories? Like what?
No, his old stories that he's written. They turned it into like a mini series. Like each episode is one short story, and the whole thing was like in black and white, like old school style. Like it looked good like when I used to see it in passing, but I haven't watched the whole thing, so I can't say like if it's good or not.
Also, Dan said this a while ago, but he said just jumping in to check what you're talking about. What do you mean jumping into? Why aren't you watching the whole thing, you bitch?
Jumping into... I know, right?
First of all, you were late, okay? And missed our whole Assassination Classroom discussion.
And missed every discussion, but anyway.
You have to be stuck for the One Piece conversation. It's your fault.
Okay, anyway, yeah, let's stop this because we're going way off topic again. The second thing we wanted to talk about was no random otaku. We're not talking about One Piece right now. We have actual news to share for once. So,
random otaku, if you want to hear about One Piece, join us next episode. Maybe we should talk then.
Yeah, so
New chapter discussion.
We did our first D&D episode. Half of it is shot. We actually... Hey, wait, where the fuck is Varun? He didn't join us at all this time.
Yeah, Varun is busy. Hope to see you next
Varun
time,
has stabbed us in the back. Yeah. Anyway, we did the D&D episode. We started the campaign. We realized we suck really bad at the game, and we've shot the first half.
But it was really fun.
Yeah.
It was fun, yeah.
And we've shot the first half. We are currently looking into the best way to edit it and the best way to go about the second half of it whenever our DM is free. Your DM, if you're still there, thank you for your DMing. So we're just going to figure out how to get it done right. Just informing you because we did say that we're going to shoot it and release it soon, but it is a little more complicated than we originally thought, so we would like to take some time and make sure it's done properly. And we also looked into live streaming it. It's going to be really hard because our laptops are pretty bad right now, so we can't get the effects we wanted to. We're looking into other ways to
destroy it. But even with the normal record video, we're trying a lot of fun stuff. Like, so it's going to take some time. We're really trying a really immersive experience, right?
Random Otaku says I didn't find the D&D video. Yes, that's what I'm saying. We haven't put it out because we're not done editing it. There's still a lot of other things we want to do to add in effects and so on. So we will put it out at some point on the Weeb101 gaming channel, most likely. But yeah, so we will update you when it comes out and when we can get both parts out so you can watch it in a flow if you like it.
Yes.
And I don't think we'll be doing live streams, to be very honest, but we shall still try to figure out how to do it. Because right now we're hardware limited, so unless we have better hardware, we can't.
Like this is killing his laptop. So
yeah, it's actually like I can feel the heat coming off my laptop right now. And the other thing is, we asked you guys to give us a little bit of feedback for the longer form episodes. You guys did give us a little bit of feedback, but surprisingly silent once the episodes came out. Anyway, we checked our behind the scenes YouTube stats, and we realized that the longer form was actually hurting us more than it was helping us. We actually lost a lot more than we ever thought to gain, which is a problem because we don't really care too much about
shit yet.
No, it's not even that. Like, it's not like we want to get like 1 million subs overnight, which that's impossible. But we would still like to be making some progress to at least know that we're improving and we're doing a better job overall. So we will be moving back to the older format where we're going to be putting out more videos once a day, hopefully. This week is going to be a little sketchy because we weren't able to shoot today, so we might be shooting tomorrow, and if something goes wrong tomorrow, then our videos might be a little delayed. But just know that we are going to go back to the old schedule, 1 video a day. We're going to be tossing things up a little bit. Sometimes we're not going to have stuff like Hot Potato where we shit on series, and we're going to put in something else instead, and we're going to continue our longer form episodes, but on Sunday or on Monday, depending on which series we might do a couple of series as shorts to make it more digestible, and we might put out longer form content on the main channel.
Yeah.
But yeah,
we're still gonna try to improve. We're still improving our video quality, like what we're doing with the content. It's just that we're gonna release a video every day. That's all. Like we're not going back to our old step. We're still gonna keep trying to make it better.
So the problem is right now we, as I said, we are hardware bound, which is our laptops can only handle a certain amount of work. Like a long time ago, these laptops were considered really, really good, but that was a long time ago. We're not able to stream in great quality now. 1080p is the max we can do, and our cameras are actually our phones, and we are poor, so we have like really shit phones, so our video quality is not great. So these are things we cannot actually work on. And I even spent a lot of time adding in video effects to our streaming software, adding in video effects to the edited video, and it's really not working out because our laptops are not able to take the strain. So we can't do anything about that, but we will be improving our scripts and improving our overall video release frequency to hopefully make up for that.
Random Otaku said okay.
Thank you, Random Otaku. We're glad you understand. Please give us more feedback on the videos itself. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I little shorter than last time, but we have fewer people this week, and my laptop is dangerously close to frying my hand. So, oh, thank you. Yes. So the thing is, we still managed to do 1080p. It's just that like I can see right now that we have a lot of dropped frames, and we are lagging a little bit. That's the only problem. I would like, especially the type of people we are, we'd like to keep everything as smooth as possible, because we know how annoying it is when you're watching a stream and the people are lagging.
Also for Brew, like 1080p is like Minecraft. He wants like 8K shit. So that's Brew's standard.
Minimum.
That is not true.
That is very true.
That is not true.
That is very true.
I'm okay with 1080p. I would just like
that hurt when he said that. That hurt.
I would just like a good camera, okay? Like, god damn it, guys. I know we're not gonna get 4K, but I would like a good camera, a decent camera.
Just window shops every day.
Camera.
Like, I want 4K.
Okay, you know what? 4K is good, but we can't. I'm not expecting 8K. Okay, I'm not expecting 8K.
Right.
He's expecting 12.
I can't. 12K is literally impossible, because like I actually downloaded a 4K sample footage and tried it on my laptop. No, I tried it on my laptop just to see if it could handle it. And firstly, I wasn't able to play it back in real time because it was playing at I think like 15 FPS. That was a 60 FPS video, by the way, so that makes it even worse. And then I tried rendering it out using multiple options, and rendering out 4K goes at like 9 to 12 FPS, but more 9 than 12. So a 1 minute clip was literally taking like almost 10 minutes to render out because of how slow it was going. So there's like literally no way for us to do 4K right now. But yeah, that's it for this episode. Any other thoughts, guys? Any other closing points?
Nope. I do have one. Deku breaks his bones way too much.
Yeah, see, this is the kind of shit you should have said when we were asking you your fucking opinion.
When it comes to Boku, that's called character development, don't you know?
Right. If his bone doesn't break, then everything is good. But if his bone breaks, well, sucks to be him, I guess.
That's called shonen character development.
Don't worry, Audi. He figures out a beautiful way to stop breaking his fingers and hands.
Yes,
I don't know if this is like some jugaad technique that he manages to figure out, some real ghetto technique of not breaking.
It's this thing where when you see it, you'll be like, really? That's what you did? That piece of shit, and then you shoot yourself between the eyes.
I see. Interesting.
Okay, that's a random otaku has said bye, so it's time for us to leave. Goodbye, guys. See you next week. Join us next week, assholes. Where the hell are the rest of you? Dan, where the fuck are you? Say bye. Varun, please join us next week.